Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another segment of Off the Record. How everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing fine. Before we get started, I want to send out our condolences to the families in I think it's Uvalde, Texas, for losing their children there. Two school teachers. We send out our condolences to you, and waiting on Mr. Live to come on here. So before Mr. Live come on here, I want to ask you guys a question. So what do y'all think about that? Give me your thoughts in the feed line. We got a barn burner there. We got a multi-platinum artist on here tonight. Multi-platinum. Uh, I know y'all heard of him. I know y'all heard of the group DRS, the legendary artist Lamar Lupkins. Lamar Lupkins, he's on here tonight, and he's got some stories to tell. I mean, he's been in the industry for a long time. Great music guy, can still sing and everything. So it is an honor for us to have him on here. For me to actually interview him, it is truly an honor. So I want y'all to put y'all thoughts in the feed line. If y'all have any questions, I want y'all to put y'all questions in the feed line because he's definitely going to be able to answer some questions and stuff. I know y'all familiar with that song Gangsta Lean. I mean, hey, back in the 80s and 90s, hey, that was a jam. And like I said, I'm not gonna hold him up. I know he's a busy guy. I'm gonna bring him on. I don't know what live is, but we're gonna go and get started. Without further ado, the legendary Mr. Lamar Deuce Lupkin. How you doing, man? What's going on with you?
What's going on is Lubin, but yeah, what's up, man? Look, I'm trying to.
Okay, I'm sorry I messed it up. Lubin.
No, that's okay. Look, I dressed up for you because I know earlier you see me, I was dressed down. So this is for you, Kevin.
Yeah, you look sharp, man. You look sharp, man. So, so let me ask you a question. So you out in California, right?
Yeah, I am, man. Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
What do people do? I got some people texting me now saying they're blocked. They can't get in.
They can't get
How do
in?
they unblock themselves?
Hold on 1 second. Let me make it public. Because a lot of times it won't. What's public on my page, they can go to my page. It's public.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just tell them go to Kevin Young page. It's public.
Hold on.
Yeah, tell them go straight to my page, Kevin Young. It's public. Because a lot of time it'll jump on private, then it goes public. Yep. You good to go?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. Well, look, man. Hey, I see some albums behind you back there. What you got going on back there?
Well, you know what? This was just some of the stuff. The stuff my mama let me take out of her house. I just have a couple of this is this is the gold. It went platinum from the movie Jason's Lyric. I did that song. You Will Know.
Yeah.
I did that. That's just a gold one. My mama got the platinum, and then this is the platinum plaque from the first platinum plaque I got from Gangsta from DRS. Okay. And then the one on the wall is from the album. And then this is just a picture of my group when we were together, all of us together, right back here.
So let me ask you a question. So if I sold one of those, how much I can get for that?
I don't know, probably $20. I don't know. It just depends on. Honestly, it depends on who it is, and some of them fetch big times, but our hair is not real gold; it's just plated. So I tell people, don't try to come knocking on my door trying to take my stuff because it ain't that expensive.
Well, my co-host finally decided to show up. How you doing, Mr. Live?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight? I apologize for that. My phone and computer were acting up. And some people was calling me about some things. I apologize, but how y'all doing tonight? We're gonna have a good one tonight. We got our boy Lamar Lubin, right?
Lubin, Deuce, Lubin. Yeah.
Deuce. You gotta put that Deuce in that Deuce here.
Deuce.
That used to be my nickname, Deuce.
Okay. What they call you 22 for?
Because I carried a 22 back in the day. It was like a BB gun. It was kind of a joke. It was a BB gun coming.
Gotcha.
I carried a 22, and they used to call me. My nickname in the group used to be Deuce the Shooter.
Okay.
We had crazy names. We had Pick the Bitch Killer. We had Blunt the Blunted. We had Deuce the Shooter. We had JB Jailbait. And we had Blunt. I forgot what Endo's name was, but
You had a whole bunch of names. So, but you know what, though, man? I'm telling you, man, it's not often that I get to interview a multi-platinum artist, man. I mean, like I said, my hats off to you, man. Like I said, I've been playing Gangsta Lean for years, and I actually get to talk to you, man. I mean, that's
thank you, man.
stuff,
You
man.
know what? And I've seen you guys show, and I appreciate you guys bringing me on here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's cool. I mean, you know, I feel honored and stuff to be on. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's an honor us to have you. So let me ask you a question, man. Your first question: when did you get started singing, man?
Man, I actually started singing when I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Uh-huh.
You know, I was telling you about that. You know, I had a guy come up to me when I was in school, and I used to talk like this when I was a kid, and he said, "Can you sing?" And I said, "I don't know," and he put me in this thing called the acapella choir, and from there he tried to put me in the opera, and you know, and from there I heard some gospel music, and I just said, "This is what I want to do.
Uh-huh.
I want to sing like this."
Uh-huh. So I've heard that you actually want to be an actor first. Is that true?
Yes, I wanted to be Denzel Washington. Yes.
But he already Denzel Washington. So how you gonna be him?
Well, you know, my first play I ever saw was Dreamgirl. My grandma took me to New York, and she was doing a play across the street, and Soldier Story was playing. So while I was there, I got to see Soldier Story, and people don't know that Denzel actually played. He actually did the play first, then he did the movie. And so when I seen him, man, I was like, "Who is this dude?" I was like 9 years old, and I was like, "I think I want to." And then what solidified it was, when I went to go see Dreamgirls, there's a guy named Cleavant Derricks, and he played the James Brown character, and he sang this song called "Step Into the Bad Side," and I was like, "I want to do that."
Wow.
Yeah, I want to do that.
You got a question live? You want me to keep going?
I mean, I just said, it's like I say, it's amazing, and it's such a privilege to have you on here, man. Just tell us about that life and that run in the 90s, man, that you had with your groups, man. Just tell us about some of the good and the bad things that went on then, man. Let us know.
Well, you know, we had a lot of good. We had some bads, some ups, some downs. I really can't, like I tell people, even though we had some bad moments, which you're always gonna have bad moments in life, I have to say that I was one of the ones that was really blessed. You know, the reason why I tell people you have to look sometimes at things, and the reason why God does certain things, because look, it's God's 26 years, 27 years ago, and I'm still doing what I love. I still get to get on stage, and I still get to wreck the stages and do my music and have fun out there, and I get to entertain. And so I really can't say too much bad, because without that, there would be no me here with you right now talking about it.
So let's go back to this opera thing. You say you sung opera?
Yeah, Kevin, I sung opera.
Okay, let me hear it. Let me hear some of it then.
Man, I ain't letting them hear. Okay. Let me see if I can. Oh, I know these autumn. I know these autumn. I used to do that as a kid.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Lamar. You get your ass on that Sunday Soul stage doing some art that will come.
Oh no, I don't know. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of those things, y'all don't realize that you do opera notes. You know that, right?
I know that.
Yeah, that's an opera note.
Wow.
Yeah.
We gotta start learning our craft. We gotta start learning what we really, because that's a when we go yeah, because you're doing that. That's an opera note, actually.
So let me ask you a question. So what were the attitudes like in the 80s and 90s? I know we talked about that. What were the attitudes?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, we were young. We was 20 years old, 8, 19. We were just happy to be on. I mean, we were just happy to be out there doing our thing. We really wasn't, it wasn't about the business at the time. It was about getting out there, making some music, having fun. You know how it was. The backstage, the hotel. I mean, it was just about having fun. And you didn't really think about. I'll be honest with you. Nobody really thought about getting older. No one thought about the future. We just thought about the moment, having fun at that time. And then reality hits you. You're like, oh shit, I got family, I got bills, I got a house, I got do this, I gotta do that, and then stuff happens, life happens.
So let me ask you a question about Star Quest. So you were already a multi-platinum artist before you went on Star Quest?
Yes.
Okay, so why'd you go on Star Quest?
I did that because the owner of the paper, it's called the Sentinel, it's in LA. The family was like, Deuce, can you do us a favor? Can you come and can you get on this, do this thing for us? And so if you notice, even though I went up there and sang, I never was really part of the contest.
Okay.
They awarded the person before I even finished doing before I finished singing. And the reason why is because there's no way we could let you win this and you are already a platinum artist. But I did it to bring people on, to help them along the way, just to, so that people knew he was legitimate. They knew if I was doing it. And then because of that, they're the ones that got me on the BET Experience because I did that for them.
Okay. So how old were you when you got in the group DRS? Were you in any other group, or that was your first group, singing group?
Well, I just come from Southern University, and I sang with a little group of Southern, and but before that, no, I wasn't. It was just me, just doing plays, singing, church stuff like that. It wasn't really. Honestly, I really didn't want to be. I wanted to be a manager. I was graduating from college. I was young. Yeah. I had cousins I have a lot of family members that are in the music industry, and they sing. So I wanted one of my cousins to do it. But he was on drugs at the time, and I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna at least try to do it. I'm gonna try to do it, or at least try to. If I can't do it, I'll say, look. But believe me, I've tried 100 times or different ways to do it. So when I got to the day of the audition for them, I knew they wanted me, but I just came and I just said, I'll sing and I'll see what they say. And I got in there and I sang. I remember this. I sang My Mind. And I forgot the lyrics. And I just started. And I don't know if you remember who Jerry Heller was.
Yeah.
Well, Terry Heller is his nephew. And Terry Heller was sitting behind a curtain listening to me. And he jumps out the curtain. And I started running because I thought it was back in the 90s, they used to do this thing in California where the police would tell you, oh, guess what? You just want a television. Or you just want a bike, or you just want a car, and you come down to go get it. And when you got there, they lock you up because there was a warrant for your arrest. And I was like, okay, what did I do? Did I do something? So I thought that was what, but it was legit. I mean, and he worked with Eazy-E, and he was like, dude, I'm not saying you're in the group, but I like your voice, and I want, I want Eazy to hear it.
Okay, so hold up, let me back you up a little bit. You was in college, right?
Yeah.
You come from a military background, right?
Well, my dad was in the Navy.
Exactly. So why don't you join the military?
I told you. Yeah, we talked about that. So I was in. So yes, college, high school. I went to ROTC, and then when I got to college, I did Army, but I did Air Force ROTC in high school. When I got to college, Southern, I did Army ROTC. Should have went to LSU, and I ain't gonna lie, the Army beat my ass, and I was like. After the year, I was like, I'm cool on this. I think I was in it for a year and a half. And I was like, oh, I can't do this. So like I was telling you earlier, I give you props, man. Anybody that has been in the military past 2 years, 4 years, I give you props because that was just too much for me.
Hey,
I didn't know nothing about my allergies, nothing about my feet. But let me tell you, once I decided to leave, I was like, I got allergies, my feet is bad. He never told us she had allergies. And I got out. And I was telling you what was the trip is that even though my father had been military, he never tried to get any of his children to be part of the military. Cousins, nephews, nieces, he always talked them, saying that was a better way for them. Because, my family's from Louisiana. And he was saying it was a little town. So he was like, this is a way for you to get out, get yourself out of here. Get you some good benefits and do all that kind of stuff.
You said they were too serious? What the Army people too serious?
Oh, man, I mean, no, but this was college. So I didn't really, I'm going to tell you, like, they would be, at Southern, they would be like, like if you wear you got your hat and, you have to put it on the side, on the right side. But if you didn't have it on the right side and say you just put it in your back pocket, they would be like, Lubin, come here. And I'd be like in the middle of, trying to have a good time in the hallway. And I'm like, oh man. And then they would make you, so what, it was sometimes I'd be late for PT. We had PT every morning. So you had to go like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, you have to go to PT with the squad, with platoon. And sometimes I'd go out and I'd oversleep. And if you get there 1 minute late, 1 minute, like you lied. You got here late. Normally, so what you'd have to do is, him being the sergeant, he'd say, okay, Live got to do 50 push-ups. Oh, guess what? The rest of the platoon got to do 50 as well. So, so I got to the point where my boys was like, hey, Deuce, Lamar, do we have to call you? Do we have to call you? Got to that point where, and I just said, you know what? I can't keep doing this to them. I got it.
Wow. Wow, that was funny. But look, but you have some history, right? Wasn't your grandmother famous for blues and jazz?
Yeah, my grandma, right? Like, I'm a bumper up. This is my grandma.
Yeah.
Linda Hopkins.
And she got a star. She got a star.
She got a star in the Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
She was one of my biggest supporters.
Yeah.
She did a lot of stuff for me, helped me out, taught me things. We was talking earlier, she's the one that got me to get really serious about my craft. I was a singer, and I remember I had told her, my mama, one time, they was trying to tell me something, and I wouldn't listen, and I said, "This is a true story." I said, "I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be famous." And my grandmother said, "Boy, poof pop on that." She would never cuss, and she said, "I will never want you to say that again." My grandma used to always say, "You ain't better than nobody else. Everybody, they eat, they gonna shit, or she say poop, and they gonna die." And she said, that is the difference. There's no difference between you, the bum on the street, and the Queen of England. Everybody, they eat to survive. You're going to shit because you got to take the shit out, and all of us are going to die. So we all on the same page. Ain't nobody better than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of raised me that way.
Okay, so let's talk about DRS. DRS, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. What, all y'all dirty or what?
Well, I guess we life imitated art because 2 in prison right now.
So why y'all come up with that name? I mean, y'all couldn't think of nothing.
Actually, they were named Dirty Rotten Scoundrels when I got there, DRS.
Okay.
And so we wanted to be Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, but how we got to be DRS is that when the movie, remember Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, the movie?
Yeah.
Right.
When they saw us and saw what our content was, they sent us a cease and desist letter saying that we can no longer call ourselves Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. So that's how we became DRS.
Oh, DRS. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said 2 in prison?
Yeah, 2 in prison right now.
So it was 5 of y'all. So what other 3?
One was so rocked by the industry he doesn't want to sing anymore. And the other one, he really didn't sing that much. He really wasn't into the industry. And I'll be honest with you, he don't even want people to know he was part of the group.
Yeah.
Wow.
So were you the leader or the co-leader of the group?
I'm the co-leader of the group.
Okay.
I do a lot of leads on the group. So back in the 90s, everybody had and this is what the reason why they got me. Everybody had like if you notice, all the groups always had that male Gerald Levert, Eddie Levert singer. I was the anchor man, they used to call me.
Okay.
I'm the one that always had to hit it home. I always had to make
bring it home.
Bring it home. I was the one. Yeah. Even the girl groups, you got Tasha Scott. Scott sisters. You got Tasha.
You was Eddie Ruffin. You was Eddie
Ruffin.
Yeah,
I was the Eddie. Yeah. You always had
one year of boys.
And so that's what the formula was. You always had to have somebody that could bring it home. That Teddy Pendergrass kind of do that.
Okay. So I also read too that you had the choice to sign between different people, Eazy-E, Capitol Records, and somebody else. So why did you decide to go to Capitol Records, not Eazy-E?
Well, okay, so it was either Suge Knight, Eazy, Sony Records, and it was MC Hammer. Okay. And Hammer was working with A Whole Nine, which was the production company he was working with. He signed them, and I'll be honest with you, we thought Hammer was the church boy. We was like, we knew if we got with. We thought Eazy didn't want us. That was a lie. And Sony, we didn't really know Sony that well. And with Hammer Hammer came through, and Hammer, I always do this first. I got you, boy, I got you. We thought, well, you know what, Hammer's doing this thing. He's big time. He's got, and a lot of people didn't know this, but at the time, Hammer was managing. Busted was managing like Heavy D. All the big time groups were being managed by his brother Louis Burrell. So we were like, okay, we really can't go wrong. He's got all this money. So if something go wrong, we can fall back on him. So because I wanted to be like Ice Cube in the group. I wanted to be, how Ice Cube didn't sign. He just said, let me be at the group. I was trying to be that one, but it didn't work out like that.
It didn't work out?
No, Hammer told me, he was like, if you don't sign, I don't want the group. So I was like, okay, well, the group was like, hey, this has been our dream. Let's do it. So I was like, okay.
So y'all signed with MC Hammer. I mean, he was your manager. He was your manager.
He was our manager in our record company.
Okay.
He was attached to Capitol Records. That's why Capitol Records. That's why we went through Capitol Records. Because in the midst of it, we found out he could not be our record label and our manager at the same time.
Gotcha. Okay. So why did Hammer have all them? Did y'all tour with Hammer? Because he had his own group thing going on, right?
We had our own. See, Hammer didn't want us to tour with him. Hammer wanted us to do our own thing. A lot of people don't realize that when Hammer got us, remember he changed his image. Yeah. That's what he did Funky Headhunter. So if you notice, Hammer had the goatee. I mean, you got to realize Hammer had our look. He had a lot of our songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the album a couple times because those were songs we have written for our album. But because he was lost, we were like, well, here you go. And so if you notice, he had the goatee, he had the whole look. He had our look. So that's the reason why he didn't want us to be on tour with him. And we got so big that the people started calling us out on our own. We didn't even do tour support. You know what tour support is?
No.
Tour support is when a record company, actually in the beginning, the record companies used to just pay for your tour. And you really didn't make the money off the tour because they were paying, and it was just really to get your record out there and to sell it. My group blew up so quick, we were just going out there making money.
Okay. Right. So how did Gangsta Lean come about? Was that y'all first hit?
Gangsta Lean came about. We did a Chris said to us, we were doing a funeral in Sacramento. Our boy YB had died. His mom came to us and said, can you guys sing It's So Hard, End of the Road? So we were like, okay, we could do it. In the midst of us doing that, Chris was like, I ain't gonna lie, he said, YB would have hated us singing this at his funeral. He's like, we need to make a song about our homies, about what our homies are going through. And at that point in Sacramento and the Bay, we had a lot of killings. We had a lot of gang rivalries, stuff that was happening. And a lot of people getting killed, because, we lived in Sac at the time. And I don't know if you guys know I know this is Southern Soul, but, that we had Brother Lynch. We had, I'm trying to think, Sibo. Those artists, Sibo, just got out of jail. We had all those artists that were with us, and there was a lot of gang stuff going on, and people, it was an era where people were really getting killed. We had a lot of homies that died from violence, gun violence. I have a lot of homies that got locked up. So basically, we were like, we need to sing a song about our homies and what's going on right now and today.
Now, how many to this date? How many copies have that record sold?
Well, I don't know now, but I do know that I know it sold 5 million singles on that, and I know it went gold.
Wow!
I know it went gold for the album, and I know that 5 million singles. I know that's worldwide.
Platinum 5 times.
Yeah, so that's 5 million, but I know America probably about 3 and worldwide too. But you have to. I also, because it's been so long, people are still either trying to buy it or I still got people that they still listen to it to this day. And it does kind of trip me out because sometimes I think people don't remember it, but I have people that contact me and say, "Oh my God, man, where you been? What you been doing? I've been, I love this group. I love what you guys did." And we didn't really look at it. We were trying to be real social at the time, so some of the songs were kind of really risque at the time, which nowadays wouldn't mean nothing. But back then, we actually had Al Sharpton, which I'm cool with now. He actually burnt my record. He actually burnt the record in front of the Obscenity Church. Remember when they were saying that we were just too violent and all that? And that lady, I can't think of her name. I can't think of the black lady's name, but in New York, and my record was one of the records that they burned in that pile of records.
Wow. Oh, wow. But then you remake that song and dedicate it to Trayvon Martin?
Yes, I did. I changed the middle part from "Tip My 40 to Your Memory" to "I Tattoo Your Name Across My Heart."
Why you do that?
Because come on, we older. We ain't drinking 40s no more. And you know what I'm saying? And it was more, and at the time, I just did it that one, so that, just to know that, Trayvon Martin, he was a part of us, and most people, that's what they do now. They tattoo the loved ones on their heart now.
Right.
When they're gone.
So let me ask you about Digital Underground. Did you join that group or you met him? Did you meet Tupac?
Now, I knew Tupac before Pac was real popular.
Okay.
If you ever look at the video, the Humpty Dance, Tupac and my cousin, Amir, they're the ones dancing there. Amir is the one that we dedicated Gangsta to.
Oh, okay.
He was my cousin, and him and Pac were good friends. Amir is from Berkeley, California. So I knew Pac, and I knew, I worked with Money B from Digital Underground. I knew Greg, I knew Shock. And actually, me and Mun did a song called Na 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 Na.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that, and then I worked on some stuff with Mun and stuff like that. So down in the studio with them.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. But how was Pac though, man? Was Pac as wild as he was before he was famous, or money made him famous?
A lot of people, I don't really, actually it's a trip. I just went to the exhibit about 3 weeks ago. We have a Tupac exhibit in LA. Man, I'm telling you, if anyone comes to LA, you gotta go see. I heard it's gonna tour different cities, but you gotta go to the exhibit. You gotta see about him and Afeni. See, my mom worked at Nairobi College, which was operated by the Panthers. So I grew up. I grew up in the Bay Area, East Palo Alto, California, and Oakland. So I grew up with that Panther, we grew up with that militant mindset growing up. And so when I see it, I recognize a lot of things that Pac learned when he was growing up, and it resonated with me. So when I knew Pac, and I actually did a couple of tours, I did like 3 or 4 concerts with him as DRS. Pac was like this. Pac is a Gemini. Did you tell me who else is a Gemini? You a Gemini?
No, I'm a Pisces.
If Pac believes something and you tried to tell him no, if he believed it, there's no way you could tell him, well, no, you could change his mind. That's why when they told me, well, Pac believed that shot him, I was like, because that's how Pac was. I'll tell you, this is a personal thing that I had with Pac. When I was in school, I ended up going. I was at school, and I ended up in this chemistry class, man, and in this biology class. I mean, and did you know, this is a trick? Do you know that the sky is not blue?
Well, it look blue to me.
No, the sky ain't blue. So so at nighttime, when it's pitch black, how come it ain't blue?
Because it's black.
It ain't even black. It's not black because can't you see the stars? So what is it? What is it?
Okay, explain.
It's clear.
Okay.
The sky is clear. But what happens is the reflection from the water during the daytime, from the sun hitting the reflection from the water, beams it back up to look like it's blue. That's why when the clouds are out there, the firmament is out there, you don't see the blue sky no more. You just see the clouds, the firmament. It looks great because it's clear. The sky is really clear. And me and Pac got in an argument, and I couldn't really explain it that well. And he told me I was crazy. He's like, Negro, that's that white stuff. You listen to the white folks.
Oh yeah.
And I never ever could convince him that the sky was not blue. And that's what I'm saying. Pac was just but man, he was a thinker, man. He was a thinker. And what's really sad is that I feel like forces killed him.
Yeah.
I feel forces killed him because he had so much more in him that he needed to expound. And I'm so glad they're doing this thing for him because it's letting us know the genius that he really was. And when you see his writings and you see what he talked about, I mean, who at 9 years old talks about writing a screenplay about, about the tragedies and what goes on with the people in jail and prison? And, what happens? What happens to us? So
who was your musical influence growing up besides your grandmother?
Stevie Wonder, Teddy Pendergrass, the OJs, Johnny Guitar Watson, Johnny Taylor. I love to hear the music. I love to hear. Oh, and I love rock music. I ain't gonna lie. I used to listen to Kiss. I used to listen to Journey. I like Journey.
Led Zeppelin.
I heard Stairway to Heaven. I listened to that.
Yeah.
As long as it was good, I liked it.
Yeah.
I even like some of that country western. I like some of the, it just, the way I grew up, I could listen to anything I wanted to. So, it wasn't just in my household we had to listen to. But my mama was listening. My mama sang. My mama, she loved Aretha Franklin, and she loved Natalie Cole and Shaka Khan and Millie Jackson and Candy Staten, and Al Jarreau. Al, man, to be honest with you, my mother brought Al Jarreau, and she said, "You need to listen to this dude." And and this is before all that morning, Mr. Radio. This was like I can recall Spain and all. This is when he was doing all that jazz stuff. And then Luther then I got introduced to Luther and all of that.
Yeah. So now
Bobby Blue Bland and BB King. Shoot.
So you're from Louisiana.
My people gonna say, Lamar was born in California. I lived in Louisiana. I went to college. But my lineage is Louisiana and Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Okay, so R&B, Southern soul, right? So you've always been soul, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, but I've always been soul, but I've always liked all kind of music, all genres.
Okay. Yeah, because I know when we spoke, you said you've always liked Johnny Taylor and those guys, but back then was that type of music popular, or was it not popular enough for you to go that way versus you went R&B?
Well, when I was coming up, you got to realize that we were totally R&B-ish. We were totally trying to do pop music. We were trying to be in that pop genre. We weren't trying to. I mean, you didn't see, because to me the Johnny Taylors was that old lounge singing where they smoked the cigars, cigarettes, and people played bid whist, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was that. That was my grandma's people. It was her. They came to the house. They cooked some gumbo. You know what I'm saying? Had that on. And Merry Christmas, baby. During Christmas time and all that. But because my people were from the South, that is what we listened to at barbecues. That's what we listened to when they had the bid whist parties. That's what we listened to. Backyard, stuff like that.
So I know you studied music. So back in the 50s and 60s, I heard you say that it was okay for someone to take a song and put on their album. Is that true, or did I get that right?
No, you got that right. If you look at Frank Sinatra, you look at Ella Fitzgerald, you look at Duke Ellington, you look at all them, they did each other's songs. You can't do that nowadays.
Yeah.
You can't like H-Town did Knock in the Boots. Well, back in the day, maybe DRS would do Knock in the Boots in their version of it.
Yeah.
You don't have that anymore. People don't do that. Now they'll sample maybe something from an old song and make it new. But no, you can't. It's unheard of nowadays to do that.
So now, is it fair to say that you consider yourself? What do you consider yourself? Are you still R&B? What are you right now? You consider yourself?
I consider myself R&B soul / Southern singer.
Okay.
My sound is definitely. I'll be honest with you. I have a Southern sound. I know that. I can't get away from it. I don't have that pop Chris Brown sound, but I can do a Chris Brown song, but I'm too soulish sometimes for that kind of genre.
So let me ask you this question right here. let's talk about theory. We talked about that. Can you explain that?
Oh, music theory. Well,
Music
I was
theory.
saying that my grandmother got me to take theory because, you know, before I did theory, I just sang. I just would go out there and I just rush it, be loud. Um, but when I started doing music theory, I found out that I could sing in different keys. If I had a cold, I could still sing.
Uh-huh.
I started listening to songs differently. I started listening to chord progressions differently. Um, some people say, "Oh, when you do theory, it messes you," but it doesn't. You got to really just just because once you get into theory, you'll be able to sing anything you really want to.
Uh-huh.
You can go any genre. You can sing like I said. You can sing opera. You can sing country western. You can sing what you want to
Mm-hmm.
once you learn some theory,
Yeah.
and learn maybe. And then in theory, they also teach you a little bit about reading your notes, like how
Mm-hmm.
like not just necessarily how to write your notes out, but how to look at sheet music and go, okay, this is when that quant, okay, stands. Oh, I go up here. Oh, they want me to go low. Oh, this is the E. This is the, you know what I'm saying. And with theory, you can instead of musicians telling you what key you sing in, you'll be able to go to musicians and say, I need to do this song in this key today,
Uh-huh.
or let's do it in this key.
So you had stated that you was a gangster singer, but now you're a singer. So what was the difference? I mean, your voice is still the same. Was it because you learned
Well,
theory?
no, because I used to give it all in the beginning.
Okay.
I used to come out. I used to think that I had to show everybody what I got. I had to be loud and strong, or even what we call it strong but wrong in the beginning. And I had to learn that what theory taught me was that singing sometimes is like going out to a restaurant. What do you get something to drink first, maybe some bread, some butter. Then you get your appetizers and you eat that, and then what you do is you go all the way up to you get the main meal. Once you get the main meal, that's when you put the power, and that's when you knock it to them. And then after you eat, you get a dessert. So maybe after you do that power and you send them here, then you go back down and get the dessert and just wine it down a little bit. Get you some wine at the end, and just take it out like that. It's because some a lot of times songs are poems, just you sing them. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And you can't give everything in the front because then you have nothing to give at the end.
So could you explain your logic of manipulation of air?
That's singing.
Yeah.
Singing is manipulating air. That's what
Okay.
singing really is.
So basically, you got to know how to manipulate. I mean, explain that as a singer. So if you teach me how to sing, you say, okay, Kevin, you got to manipulate air. I'm like, okay, what the hell do I do? How do I
Well,
manipulate
like a lot of singers would do that. Like people think, like when I had my normal 9 to 5, they used to think I was crazy. I had Tourette's because I used to go,
air? Uh-huh.
and I see where do I break at? Where's
Uh-huh.
my break? Because I knew if I broke, like where I went, that E, I know right there, that's where I got to work at. When I'm singing that E note, you know what I'm saying? My flats, I got to work on that right now. I got to warm my vocal because, it's just a muscle.
Yeah.
Your vocals are muscles. And like I was telling you, like if you work out, if you do leg day every other day, if you overdo your leg day, believe me, in 2 days, when you come back to it, you're gonna be sore and be like, I can't do it like I used to. If you're trying to work out and be all, oh, let me show you what I can do, it's not gonna
Uh-huh.
work.
Now,
But with theory, one thing
mhm.
about theory is that when you learn theory, what you can do is you can be hoarse and go, okay, I know I can't hit that high note, but I know I can do it this way or do it that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
So
what theory did for me.
okay, and you recommend that people is that a class?
Yeah, you can take class. You can go to any school.
Yeah.
You can go to any course. All the
Yeah.
community colleges have
Uh,
theory, voice
uh,
theory,
voice theory.
and anybody can take it.
Okay, so let's talk about that song, Jason's lyric, and let's talk about that song. You will know. You was on that song, right?
Yeah,
But now it was what 50 of y'all on that song? What 40, 50 y'all?
40 of us on about 40 of us.
And
I
y'all
forgot
was
to send you that. I meant to send you that video too.
okay. Y'all was in the same room.
Yes,
So how was that, man? You was one around.
man. Let me tell you,
Yeah.
that's the reason why I know so many people today in the industry because it was like a brotherhood. It was something that I really want us to do again. I
Yeah.
know some of us, some have passed away, But I think we need something, especially what's going on now with the violence. We need some brothers to get together and some artists to get together and to do another song like that. With the old people that were in the original and some of the newer artists come together and do something like that. That song, proceeds of that song went to the United Negro College Fund.
Okay.
So we need something like that again to give to something to do that. That was very powerful to see
Yeah.
40 black men that basically what we forget when you're a singer, you're your own business. So it's actually a black business. People don't realize that us singers, we're our own business. We're black business.
Yeah.
People don't understand that part.
Mm-hmm. So, well, all your Michael Jackson was in there, so everybody wasn't black then.
Michael Jackson wasn't in there, man. You know.
Jackson.
Michael was on the American Music Awards show that the video is from. But I was telling you a secret. Michael wasn't even there for the actual show.
Yeah.
Michael came the day before and taped it. And then we had to look at a green screen and pretend we were watching like
Why? Because Michael was like a mega superstar. He didn't want to have nothing to do with y'all ass. Huh?
No, I don't think it was that. It's just that when you're that big, you really don't want the people coming to you. And think about it, we starstruck too, even though we was in the industry, all of them starstruck. And on top of that, Michael, what if Michael would have made a mistake? That's all you would have heard about.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael did that, he fell, he did this, he didn't do that right, Hey, I'm gonna give you a story about Prince real quick.
Okay.
When we did that, Prince was on the show as well. So what happened is after we did our rehearsal, for you will know, Prince told everybody to leave the auditorium. Well, everybody was getting mad. Well, because we had watched everybody else do their thing, and while we sat there, we did our thing. And when Prince told us to leave, a lot of people got upset. People started talking, and there's a guy, Stokely from Mint Condition.
Yeah.
He was messing with Stokely because we said, Stokely, that's your homie. Tell him how come he ain't gonna let us watch him. And I think either Prince heard or somebody from his camp went back and said, "Oh, they clowning, they tripping right now." So everybody, I ain't gonna lie, I'll tell. Look, Christopher, all them, Aaron, everybody was all like, "Oh, forget Prince," and even Jared was kind of clowning, right? What happened to live? What happened to him?
I don't know.
So even what you call it was clowning. Man, next thing you know it, the man comes back and says, and at the time, remember he wasn't calling himself Prince. He was calling himself a symbol. He said the symbol would like you guys to stay and critique his show. So live, I'm telling you, let me see if I'm at the point where Prince comes back, people come back and say he wasn't called Prince, he was called the symbol at the time. He wants you to critique his show. So after all these dudes is talking all this shit, Prince. Prince comes from the ceiling, comes down with his guitar playing, and everybody looked like a bitch. Like we was like, oh, everyone was like, oh my God. He's like, oh, look at, and he came, got on that pedestal and was playing, and everybody was in awe of him. And just his, just his musicianship, his entertainment, just everything. And we were like, oh my God, that's the shit. Prince was like, oh man, it made me laugh because I'm looking at everybody talking all this mess, and then Prince does his show, and everyone is just in awe.
Was it true he had on Liberty clothes? He had them Liberty clothes on, Prince, with his butt hanging out.
Well, Prince was only 4'9" or 5'1", he's short.
Yeah. But he had them pants with his butt hanging out and all that stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? I think those were probably pads. But I heard Prince didn't care.
Yeah.
Prince, the only man I know that can wear some lingerie and get your bitch.
Yeah, damn.
He was the only one I knew that could do that.
He was smooth.
Oh man, could play basketball. Could do a lot of, Prince. I messed up one of his songs. We did one of his songs. I wrote a song called "Scoundrels Get Lonely" too.
Yeah.
And I had to pay him for it, but I really didn't get it from him. Even though I did "Scoundrels Get Lonely," I really got it from. I can say that now because we're over the law stuff. It was really Roger Troutman's song, "All Right," that a lot of people took. Like that's where H-Town, got there. Doom, 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 and that's Brenda has a baby. All right, It's gonna be all right. That was actually from Jazz. But I had to pay Prince. And so I got to meet him and everything a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny. Like when you meet these stars, you know how you have you think you know who they are or how they are, and then you get to meet them, and you're like, oh man, you hella cool. You ain't like the people portray you to be. You just not shit. Yeah. And that's how, and Michael, and I can say this now since he's dead, because my NBA is no longer valid, but Michael didn't really talk that high. Yeah. Like when he talked, sometimes he wasn't that high pitched, but he could do a lower voice if he wanted to.
Yeah. Man, I'm just amazed. I'm looking at you and I'm like, damn, I used to sing that song, man. Me and my homies, from Arkansas, we used to play that song all the time, man. And at funerals and stuff, because Little Rock is gang infested. So, they used to play that song all the time in the club, man. We lose one of our homeboys, man. That song always played. And it's just an honor to be sitting there talking to you, man.
Well, you know what? Yeah. That's a trip. Little Rock is where I'm trying to. I don't know if Cy is on here, but Cy Smith, Cy from Little Rock? She works at the radio station. I'm actually trying to get to Little Rock. Because I heard that you guys still got some
Broadway Joe down there.
Trying to do a show in Little Rock because I heard, I heard it's still going on down there, and I said, I wouldn't mind going down there, and I don't necessarily doing a show and talking to some of the people and giving some comfort. When I was in Lufkin, Texas, I did Gangsta Lean at this party, a birthday party for DJ Sweet Mika, and in the middle of me doing the song, after I finished, this lady came up and she started crying a little bit, and she said, thank you for that song. That song comforted me. My son was killed 3 years ago, and we played it at the funeral. Mm-hmm. And it really trips you out when people come to you because, sometimes you just think it's just a song, but you don't realize sometimes what songs mean and what they mean to people and what they're going through during that time when they hear the song. Mm-hmm. Because I thought it would just be a hood hit. I thought, niggas in South Central gonna love it. And, it'd be our theme song and all that. But it wasn't until I was in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, doing a show, and this white woman walked up to me. Mm-hmm. And she said, thank you so much. And I said, for what? And she was an old white woman. She said, my son, my grandson, her grandson was mixed, he was black, and he was killed in a gang violence. And she said that song comforted me during my grandson's, when he passed away. And I was like, your grandson was gangster, white boy gangster? She said, no, my grandson was black. And she said, but he couldn't handle, he went through that lifestyle. And when that happened, I realized that death doesn't discriminate.
You're right.
Death does not care if you're black, white, yellow, brown, whatever. Death, everybody goes through death. And I always think what my grandma said, everybody that eat, they're gonna shit and they're gonna die. And so sometimes I thought it would just be in a certain demographic, but it went outside that demographic where people that were just, blue collar people were coming up to me, oh man, I love that song. It reminds me of my son, my cousin, my daughter, and when you think of that, it blows you away a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So I want the artist to hear this right here. When you guys were in that room singing that song, You Will Know, right? And he quoted some numbers to me, and I was like, wow. He said, out of 40 of them, they had total $80 million in album sales?
Well, actually, if you listen to the clip I was going to show you, when we're at the American Music Awards, Dick Clark is the one that actually got the numbers together. And Dick Clark said, do you guys realize you sold 80 million albums worldwide between all of you guys together? And that's what they mentioned when we got up on stage. And when they told us that during the practice, I remember the guy from Intro, Kenny Green, he said he got his calculator, he had his phone and he had a calculator and he did the math. And he said, do you know we've given the industry like $1.something billion? And he said, and at that time, that was what, 94, 95? That was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
And he said it's still a lot of money now. Yeah. But he was like, but back then that was astronomical money. And we didn't realize that we had made that much money for the industry. And he said, if we decided to boycott right now, we could shut the industry down. But I remember Aaron or somebody came and said, but there'd be 40 brothers behind us that didn't understand why we boycotted.
Hey!
And would just take our job.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, because we didn't at the time. We had a distribution.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's your
about that.
fault.
People
Yeah.
calling me trying to get on.
Yeah.
So what happened is we had no distribution, no black distribution companies. The
Uh-huh.
only one that was kind of black was Ichiban at the time. Ichiban wasn't really black, but they worked with us.
Yeah.
We didn't own any studios really at the time.
Uh-huh.
So they really, we were making money for the industry, but we didn't really own anything.
So out of that $1.2 billion, how much you think you guys collected collectively with all y'all? Out of that $1.2 billion y'all made for the industry, how much you think y'all got? Out of
None of it.
You said none of it. Damn.
I mean, we got some, but not what we were supposed to. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. A lot of record executives got rich off of a lot of us.
Yeah.
And we didn't see the fruits of our labor. We started to get our labor back now because of different lawsuits, different things that our lawyers are putting together. Now we're starting to see some of the fruit, but I think my group probably was owed probably about 10 mil, maybe more than that.
They still owe y'all that?
I know that I'm owed probably about, I've gotten some, but I know I'm owed probably about 4.
How you gonna get it? How you gonna get it?
Just you know what? I prayed about it. We're gonna see. God's told me I'm gonna get some of it back. Some of it I won't. Some of it I will. Some of it I won't. You know what I'm saying? But but I'm still here doing what I do.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy right there. Wow, that's a lot of money. So let me ask you this question right here. Live, you got any question?
Yeah, man. Just okay. You over here in Southern Soul now, man. You are coming from the R&B world. Hey,
but you know what? When you guys say I'm in the Southern Soul, I've always been in Southern Soul.
Yeah.
Y'all have to realize that y'all listen to me. Y'all been listening to me forever.
Yeah.
Gangsta Lean was an R&B hit and pop hit, but it was not meant for the pop. It was meant for exactly Southern Soul people. It was meant for Louisiana. It was meant for Mississippi. It was meant for all of those places. So when people tell me that, I go, but I've been singing Johnny Taylor my whole life. I've been singing No More Love. I took that. I got the hook from a Bobby Blue Bland song. So when people tell me that, I'm like, ain't no love in the heart of the city. Ain't no love in the heart of town. Yeah, ain't no love. And I realized a lot of people didn't know it was me. And I was like, well, yeah, that's me. I wrote that. I sang that in Jason's lyric. It's on the album. It's in the movie. And I was like, so I've been doing, and to me, like H-Town. H-Town was blues and R. They were, to me, that's what, right now, and when I think back, when we made good love, listen to Marvin Gaye all night long. That's Southern Soul. I mean, Little G, that's Southern. I mean, they're all from back south. We got on R&B charts, but we got to realize our background comes from Southern.
Yeah. So what is your plan over here? Like how far you want to go with this thing, man? Of course you want to be a regular and a bigger name, but you know what I'm saying? What you want to bring that R&B world where you?
No, I want to bring Southern Soul to R&B.
Gotcha.
I want to bring Southern Soul because to me it really is R&B music, and I want to be one of the ones. I want to help it. I like it. I love it. That's been my life. I mean, you got to realize that Chris Ordorn and Keith Frank, those relatives. I mean, so I've been in Exotico. I got an Exotico song I'm trying to do with Cupid now. I mean, because I grew up in that. Exotico music, Clifton Chenier, Queen Ida, all of that. People got to understand that, especially in the West Coast, our origins are from Louisiana.
Yeah.
There are more Creoles in California than there are in Louisiana right now.
Yeah, because Dee Dee Simon roots come from Louisiana.
She from New Iberia. They people in New Iberia.
Yeah. So when you say you
want people from Eunice in New Orleans.
Okay. So you say you want to take Southern Soul to R&B, right? So I know you still have some connections over there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how would you do that? I mean, what would be your first? I mean, how would you do that? What would be the first thing?
Like now we're trying to get a concert out here. We're trying to do some concerts with like LJ and them, and Cupid again, and Pokey, and bring them back out here again, and get some of the execs to take a look and say, hey, look, these people are making money. This is viable. You know what I'm saying? You can make some money off this. Let's get some of these people on these labels and let's start working this genre. I mean, look at this. Country Western, the CMA Awards is bigger than the VMAs, than the Grammys almost now, and the American Music Awards. Everybody watches the CMA Awards. They even got black people on the CMA Awards now.
Yeah.
Think about it. Monica was on at this last. We got black country western singers. There was a time when nobody really listened to country western music, so we thought. We didn't know. They didn't know it was that big. Now you got the Latin Awards. I mean, think about this. Who would have thought that Latin music was that popular? But you know the reason why Latin Music Awards are now on mainstream right now is because think about how many Latin people there are in America, but think about how many Latin people there are in South America and Central America.
Yeah.
And they buy tangible stuff. They don't care about this electronic stuff. Yeah. They want to buy a CD. They want something in their hand that they don't want because they don't want to go digital. They'll buy a tangible CD in their hand. So they making goo gobs of money by selling these CDs for what we used to sell them $13, $14. They still got record stores.
Yeah. So let me ask you, are you fearful because you R&B soul? Are you fearful that your fans won't follow you over to Southern Soul? Did you consider that? No?
No, because with my live shows, I always put in, like I do Try Little Tenderness. I always put in Johnny Taylor, I believe. A lot of my fans know that I do a lot of soul stuff. You know, I sing a lot of that stuff. And they know that. So like earlier, I just previewed a song that I didn't like myself, but everyone is like, you got to put that on your album. And that ain't a Southern Soul song. It's more of a jazz song. But I'm going to put it on there because I don't just sing one genre of music. I do everything. And some of these Southern Soul singers, I see them as doing not just Southern Soul, but to me, their music's crossover.
Yeah. That's good. So let me ask you this question right here about Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder owns a radio station in your area. Is that true?
He on KGLH. Yes.
Okay, but look, let me ask you this question. Now, Shaq said that he got on the elevator with Stevie, and Stevie said, "Hey, what's up, Shaq?" So can Stevie see or what?
You know what? I keep hearing these reports right now. All I know is that when I met Stevie, he couldn't see. He has a guy that walks with him. You know, his cut helps him around. I heard that he might be able to see shapes, like like blurry shapes or something like that. But I don't. And then they got this fake report talking about he got these new glasses that help him see. I don't know. It could be true, may not. But I do know Stevie likes to play pranks and jokes, and and Stevie will get in the car and we'll drive it, with people in it.
Yeah.
But he don't make time. I ain't never heard he made a turn though. I just heard he just went straight down the street, So I don't know.
Do you talk to him? You talk to Stevie?
I don't talk to him, but I've met Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
I've been to the station. You know what I'm saying? I've been in his presence. I've got to actually, he's actually come when I sang. He came to, I used to do a place called Stevie's on the Strip. And he actually came when I was singing. And that was an honor, man. And I tell you, you got to be crazy to sing a Stevie Wonder song in front of Stevie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he very critical? Because I heard him and Michael Jackson and Prince, them three, are very, very critical. Are they?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I apologize to Prince for one of the songs I did. I said, sir, I'm so sorry I messed up your song. He said, I actually liked it. He said, plus you paid me. So, I wouldn't want to be mad for it. And, because he was a jokester. Prince was. I never talked to Michael like that. Now, Stevie, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to give no names. I know y'all like some people to give up names. But I was at a concert or I was at a show where a person was singing this song. And I thought they did a good job. And Stevie went right behind them and sang the song over.
Oh, wow.
And to me, I kind of felt like Steve, that was a diss.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was a diss because I was like, oh, Stevie, you could have did a different song. But I felt like, well, maybe he didn't feel the person did the song justice that he felt.
Yeah. So James Ingram, man, I heard he's your idol. Is that true?
Man, God rest his soul.
I love James Ingram, man.
James Ingram, Man. James Ingram was the epitome to me of what an entertainer is and was. When you met James Ingram would always pour out knowledge to you. He would be, if he critiqued you, you didn't know you were critiqued. He would always try to, like he'd always give you nuggets when you met him. Like, and he was a jokester.
Yeah.
And so you didn't know if he was serious or he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was honored to do a tribute to him after he passed away. And the first time I heard his voice, I was like, ooh, I said, and I have to admit, him, Teddy, and there are a couple people that I used to imitate a little bit.
What about Michael McDonald?
Michael's cool.
They used to sound alike to me.
A little
bit.
Had that, I can't forget, I'm in love anymore.
Yeah, he's a jail man.
Okay. Yeah. I will never be the same again. Right. It was like that, but James was more,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He was just,
Now, have you ever met Patti LaBelle?
Actually, I have met Patti LaBelle.
What was that like?
Just Patti down to earth. I met her through my grandmother. She knew my grandma Linda really well. Yeah.
Wow.
So I got to meet her. I have to admit, being around my grandmother, I got to see, like people would show up at her house. My grandma's house was the LA house. Lily, I don't know if you guys know who Lilius White is. Like Lilius White might show up. That's from Broadway, Color Purple. Aunt Esther would be over there.
Aunt Esther?
Yeah, Aunt Esther was a good friend.
Yeah.
LaWanda Page. Yeah. LaWanda Page would be sitting in the living room. She would have Spanky Wilson. She would, even Little Richard. They would come. My grandmother would come and cook for they would play bid whist, and they would eat, and my grandma would cook for everybody, and she would drink that Piper High Sack, have champagne, and people would come over, and it just, her place was just the spot where a lot of Marla Gibbs, they would just come and hang out, and just her place was the place that you could hang out and have a good time, and she would throw little parties and stuff, and I get to meet people, and and then when I would go out with her, I would get to see legends and people that I never thought that I would be able to meet ever.
Wow, that's good. Hey, let's talk about something funny. When you MC Hammer, you rented one of his houses, he was the owner.
When he was my manager.
Yeah.
Hammer, they helped me look for a house, and Hammer got me a real estate agent. And I really thought this girl really was in my corner. And she talked me into this house, and it was a nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in Newark, California. And I was like, you know what? So I went to him and I said, hey, I found a house. And he said, well, what's it look like? And I was telling him about it. He never told me he owned a house. And so I said, well, let's I want to put the down payment. We moved in. And when at the end of everything, come to find out he owned it the whole time.
Wow. You said, man, you could just gave me the damn house.
He could have just gave me the damn house. Let me live in it for free. He's my manager, you know what I'm saying?
But if he was that savvy, then why did he go broke?
Because
he went rich folks broke. He ain't broke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now thank you, Live. Yeah. He not broke. He ain't like me and got $1.25 in the account waiting for the check. He I only got a couple mil broke. I found banks, so I keep 10 mil. I was worth 100 mil, but I got 10 mil still. I still got a couple of houses. So he wasn't broke. People don't realize he wasn't our broke. Once you get that rich, you never get our broke. Yeah. You never get that thousandaire broke. You get millionaire broke. But I think what happened with Ham tried to keep up with everybody, keep up with the Joneses, and then he was a little egomaniac a little bit. And you have to understand that, when you take 20, 30 people to Atlanta with you on a private jet, and the jet gets stuck in Atlanta because there's a freeze, you have to put all those people up in hotels. You've got to pay for that jet. Even though the jet's not flying, you got to pay for that jet and the person flying the jet. Them jets ain't cheap every day that it's there. And then on top of that, think about this. You got the people that don't work for you that think that, I'm with this millionaire and he's doing this and that. Then you gotta realize, what about all those people that stand in the rooms that you're paying for, and they start popping bottles, they start, taking the stuff that you got to pay for. That he has to pay for all that.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I mean, he gonna get mad at me saying this. Look, yeah, he like to gamble too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I came up with a couple. He loved to go to Vegas and he loved to play the tables and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it just I believe it became a logistics thing. Mm-hmm. And then when you got that kind of money, people don't realize you got to continuously make that kind of money. Yeah. You can't just make it one time and then expect to invest it and keep making that money. You got to make sure investments are making money as well. Mm-hmm. And then the concerts weren't doing as well. There's a lot of ticket sales that weren't coming through. And then to think that you got to bring all these people on the buses cost money, the gas on the buses, putting the people up in the hotels, all of that. Merchandising, buying the merchandise, all that. People don't realize that's money.
Yeah. Did you know Benito? When Benito was there?
Yeah, Benito, that's my homie.
Yeah, you knew Benito. Yeah, he on here. I said, "What's up, Benito?" He on here. So let me ask you this question right here. Now, you consider yourself a vocalist?
Yeah. Actually, I consider myself an entertainer.
Okay.
I'm a vocalist, but I'm an entertainer.
Is there a difference?
Well, I'm a vocalist, but I like to dance. I like to show out. I like to do theatrical stuff sometimes on stage. So I'm an entertainer.
So you as an artist, I mean, you're a legendary artist. So when you go to a show, do you focus more? I'm talking when you pay for a show, which you probably get in shows free. They know you are. So when you go there, are you expecting to hear the vocals or see the entertainment? What's first?
Both. I want to see vocals and I want you to entertain me. Uh-huh. I want you because the thing is, I want to hear vocals because I want to know that's really you. It's not the computer, and I want to see you entertain me because I want to have a good time. Because I know we were talking about this earlier. Yeah. I went to did a show, and I was shocked that people were singing over their song. Yeah. And I was like, man, we never done it. I ain't gonna like R&B. We can't do that. I mean, people, I want my money back. I came to see his show. I came to see him sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you hoarse, Negro. I want to hear you sing. I can't hear you. You can do it at the nightclub. Let me hear you sing. I don't want to hear you. I can buy the record and put the record on any time. So, and so that's the thing that I do. Like, I was like, boy, you can do that in Southern Soul. You can't do that. You try that. Like, let Jodeci, let True Hill try that. It ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. So what about karaoke? Do you I know we talked earlier, you said a lot of artists prefer not to do karaoke. Why?
Well, my grandmother used to say don't do karaoke but I do it. Because people, when you're an artist, people always look at your mistakes. Uh-huh. If you're singing and you can't change the key on the karaoke and you don't know how to do your keys, you might sing out of key. You might sing the wrong words, might sing the wrong thing. And people look at that. Yeah. And people they judge you on that sometimes.
Yeah.
So my grandma was like, she would never do karaoke. She would She would not. And a lot of older artists won't do karaoke. Yeah. And they'll do. And what's crazy is I go, but you do tracks. Yeah. To me, tracks is karaoke as well.
Yeah. So you prefer a band over track?
Oh man, do I?
Why?
Because I can control the band. Okay. I can control, and like I say, I like to entertain. And live saw me perform. He'll tell you I'm an entertainer. I like to. Yeah. I mean, I like to be dramatic. I like to tell my drummer, break it down. I like to, I'm a true Southern singer. Yeah. Break it down. Hit me one time. Hit me twice. Hit me three times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love that. I love that. And deep down, even though I learned a little bit piano, I really wanted to be a drummer. But my mom was like, I ain't have that loud stuff in my house. Yeah. Uh-huh. So the drummer. So sometimes when you see me on YouTube or you see me perform, people go, "This boy, wild and crazy," because I like to play with the drummers. You know what I'm saying? I like to choir direct the drummers because I love that. I love hearing that beat. I love that, and I like to get dramatic. I like when they break it down for you. Drop to your knees. And I had another mentor. His name was Ollie Woodson, and he
boy, you said one right there, boy.
Let me tell you, Ollie, I was called Young Pup to him. And I ain't gonna lie, when you see me perform, when you do see me live perform, Kevin, I stole a lot from. I ain't gonna lie, and God rest his soul. I have telling me he's right here. I stole a lot from Ollie. Ollie taught me a lot. He taught me a lot about how to perform. There are times where I think I couldn't do songs. I'd be like, Ollie, I can't sing never too much. He's like, man, bro, what you talking about? With your voice? Oh man, let me show you how you do it. And Ollie would show me, and I still do never too much the way Ollie taught me how to do it. People go, why you breaking down the music? Why you stop it like that? Because Ollie taught me how to do it like that.
Wow.
He said, do the first verse, sing it, do the second verse, tell the band, just have the drums. Boom, can't help myself, don't want nobody else to ever love me. Boom, you know, like that. Just, and when I do it, the crowd goes wild. And I used to just watch him, just, you know, earlier we were talking about, you were saying you didn't think a lot of singers, Kevin, really hone their craft, and they don't really, like you said, when you got in the business, you watched people.
Yeah.
You studied.
Yeah.
You did that. That's one thing that I did do. Like with Ollie, I watched him. I studied him. I got a funny story about Ollie. I'm gonna tell it, Negro. So Ollie got me booked. He's the one that got me booked at Stevie's on the Strip.
Okay.
He told Stevie, you got to see Deuce. And because of him, I actually got to have my name on the marquee. And back in the day in LA, if you got to Stevie's, you knew you was a real singer.
Made it.
Oh man, if you got a Stevie on the Strip and you get your name on the marquee, you know, and I wasn't trying to be like braggadocious, but I just couldn't believe that Ollie had that much, you know, that much to tell Stevie, you got to give him a night. You got to let him get up there. So one night, there used to be a club called BB King's. It was in Universal Studios. And the owner of BB King was like, Deuce, I need you. Can you do this show? And I said, yeah, I'll bring my band. And I had set up, I was doing, so I had a whole show set up, right? Like 25 minutes set. Ollie comes by and I go, and I called him, I said, you came to see me. And he goes, well, I can't stay because, you know, I got it, because he was doing his show at Stevie's. So I was thinking, oh, good, I get to perform in front of Ollie. You know, and it was making me feel real good. Well, then the owner comes to me and says, hey, Deuce, no offense, but Ollie says that he'll go on, you know, for a few moments. Do you mind if you put your set back? I said, back? Why? He said, well, I know you don't want to perform behind Ollie Woodson.
Yeah.
I said, I ain't scared. I don't mind going behind Ollie. I ain't tripping. So I had just told Ollie the songs that I was going to sing, right? Ollie gets up there with my band and sings and does my set.
Wow.
God is my witness. He did my songs.
Wow.
The song that I was going to sing, Ollie told the band, because the band was like, we only know these because we practiced with Deuce. He go, oh, my nephew ain't going to marry mine, and did my set.
Wow.
So I come up after him. And now everybody in Hollywood talks about this because my grandmother found out. So when I got up there, I said, well, I want to thank my Uncle Ollie for doing my first set. So here, we're going to do my second set now. And so I guess I was so intimidated, I did try a little tenderness, and I did that song. And Ollie was like, boy, you knocked my ass out, because I actually jumped off the stage and ran out the room while I was doing the song, and I came back and jumped on the stage and started singing it again. And I was like, that's how you do it. Because him and my grandma used to say, never trip about anybody getting on your stage. Allow other performers to get on there. Let them do what they do. If they outdo you, it wasn't your night. Because if they get up there and they wreck the stage, then you got to come up and wreck the stage as well, or even better. And if you don't do that, then it wasn't your night. It was meant for that person to come and do what they did.
So on the R&B side, do they have an issue with going first, second, third, fourth, 15th? What?
Some, I ain't gonna lie, some artists do. Some artists, I mean, you know, in the R&B world, everybody want to be on that plateau. They want to be on that plateau. One artist that I know really don't care about it. I know Cupid told me one time, I don't care when I go, as long as I go and get paid, get my money, do my song, and get off. And I'm kind of like that. I don't really trip about being a headliner or being the last, because sometimes people don't understand, when you're the last, people get tired. If you have too many acts, people get tired and people go home. And so So sometimes you got concerts where the main act it's not a full audience, and the first and second or third acts are the ones that get the full audience.
Right.
So artists got to remember that as well. Sometimes it's I know you want to be placed in certain areas, but sometimes it's good to be the fourth. Sometimes it's good to be the fifth. Sometimes it's not all. Sometimes it is good to be the last.
Yeah.
But sometimes that could go against you as well.
So in the industry, of course you had a you had a label pushing you. So did they teach y'all about artist etiquette? You have to go to classes.
We had to go. I'm one of the. We're part of the last, I say, dynasty of that. The H-Towns, the Silks. Benito would tell you. Benito went through it. We all had to take classes on how to. We even took classes on how to do interviews. We did interview classes. We did etiquette classes. We did those classes, and they did that for us. And I'm glad they did. I really wish they would do that with some of the younger artists right now. So that when they do things, when they say something, we even had people, even though we didn't have the internet back then, but we had people that would critique us. Like after we did an interview, or we go to BET, Donnie Simpson, or you do a radio. We had people that before we got to the radio show would say, "Okay, what you gonna say? How you gonna say it? What you gonna say?"
Yeah, yeah. Or they tell you say pass or something like that on the.
Yeah, I can't speak on that right now.
Yeah.
Or
Wow. Well, I take that job in Southern Soul. I would give etiquette classes on any artists that need to before they go in.
I don't know, man. Look, I ain't trying to clown, but I don't know, man. I think they be scared to take classes sometimes. I've been hearing some stuff, so I think they be scared. They be like, but you might, hey, that might be something really good to do on certain things, just because when you leave, when you get to the other, like when you get to Hollywood, totally different monster.
Yeah,
totally different monster.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to Hollywood.
Explain. Can you explain? Because I know you've been part of that. So explain what was the difference before you actually got there and when you got there.
Well, right now you're having fun. You're working with these promoters. You're doing this. Once you get to the executive offices, it becomes a little different. It becomes a little stringent. It becomes to the point where you can't talk too much. You can't say too much. We kind of control your life a little more.
Yeah. You can't post stupid shit on Facebook.
Not before you do that, you gotta go through this machine.
Yeah.
We gotta put it through the filter, make sure it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Even when you go out to eat certain places, you can't go certain places. You can't do certain things. You're restricted on certain things.
Mm-hmm.
We want you around this artist. We don't want you around this artist. We want you to do this. So totally different. And it's totally different monster. And the reason why they do that is because they're investing millions and millions of dollars.
Exactly.
And they're saying, we don't want you to mess up our investment. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why a lot of these young artists, they love doing their own thing. They love being independent because they can do what they want to do. But even though you're independent, it is always good to have somebody on your shoulder and say, let me test this through you. I work with a guy named DJ Khaled Remix. And, I'm letting him manage me and do some A&R. And what I love about him is that before we decide to do something, he'll call me and he'll say, Deuce, what you think about this? Or I'll do something. He say, I don't think you should do that. You know what I'm saying? And I go, well, you know what? And it's up to me to decide and go, yeah, you're right. No, you're not right. Yeah, let me do this. And it's good to have and I tell you, it's good to have a collective. It's good to have a group and not just do stuff on your own and say, hey, should we do this? Should we go this route? If we go this route, what's going to happen? If we go that route, what happens?
Yeah, because I tell people all the time, I think relationships should be reflective of you, because I'm more of a mild mannered, so I don't want to be around people that causes chaos. I want to be around people that's reflective of me. How do you feel about that as an artist?
Well, I told you I'm older now. I ain't into negativity. I'm not into negativity. I'm not into that. If that's what you want to come, I'm cool. You can be negative, but I'm cool. A lot of people tell you I'm no nonsense. You either I'm kind of like you, Kevin. You're either gonna take me or you're not. And I'm gonna be direct and I'm gonna tell you. And some people have even said, "Oh, Lamar, you think you out?" No, it's not that. It's just I've been in the biz and I know sometimes what it takes, what it doesn't take. Yeah. And I know that I'm not I'm not going to give my gifts to swine. I'm not going to sell it for swine. I'm not going to do that. Throw it out there like that. I know God has given us gifts, and I know that once we have those gifts, it's up to us what we're going to do with it. And I'm not going to just throw it out there and be like, oh, this and that. I'm not going to go down the road that I did before. I won't do that anymore. So I'm not doing myself, my son. I'm not doing anybody injustice like that.
Now, over the years, you've seen artists at their highest peak and at their lowest peak. Do you think that's contributed to, them being a millionaire, hanging around non-millionaires? People that are non, you know what I'm talking about?
Well, like with Hammer, you asked me what happened with Hammer. When you become a millionaire, you got to hang with other millionaires. Yeah. It's not that you cut your people off. It's just that, and what I don't understand, what we don't do in the industry, we should make our homies millionaires as well. Yeah. Instead of us being the sole provider. Yeah. Oh, it's all about me. I got money. Chip something off to you. Chip something off to you. Chip something off to you. No, brother. Why don't I help you build your business up? Why don't I invest in your business so you can be a millionaire? Oh, yeah, you don't do music, but you can cook chicken real well. You want to, let's make you the new KFC. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's make you, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you good at DJ. Hey, let's get you a KJ or, video. Let's make you the biggest DJ there is. So we all can be millionaires, because if I lose my money and I fall off and I'm the one taking care of everybody else is done. But if you got millions and you got millions, hopefully we're close enough where I can say, hey, I need to borrow $1 million because I just lost. And I promise you, I'll give you your money back. Yeah. So I can get back on my feet. Uh-huh. That's what we really need to do. Not just the music industry, but just society as a whole. Our people.
Yes, but we're not gonna do that. We're too selfish. We're just too selfish. We want to help people get on shows. We won't even do that. We'll call people and say, why this person on the show? Take this person off the show. We'll do that in this chilling circle. We'll do that nonsense over here.
Now that I don't understand. I don't understand why you would prevent a man from eating. Yeah. Now I do understand saying, well, I'm not gonna work with this person. You put them on, but I can understand saying, you do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing. That's when you have difference of opinion. That's different. But when people are in your corner or you're rolling with people, you should always bring in, if it's your group, your clan, bring your clan with you. Bring your clan, because if they're truly your clan, they're gonna look out for you as well.
They're gonna be with you.
But you have to sort that out and see who really is for you and who really not for you.
Yeah. Because you know what I tell people? I say, you know what? They say, well, Kevin, let me ask you a question. I say, okay, by me saying no, if it's gonna change our friendship, don't ask me. Because you don't have to agree with everything. But see, some people, when you disagree with them, they're upset with you. They want you to pull that veil over, and just hide. No. So that's what I see a lot with you guys too. That a lot of artists, and y'all are artists. You artists. I mean, here you legendary. So would you actually tell? Well, I know you say you. Well, I know you keep it real. You don't really believe in artists who can't sing. You say everybody has a talent, right?
Well, this is what I told you. Everybody can sing. Okay. Some people don't sing well. That's okay. Yeah. Everyone has their own destiny. Yeah. Everybody has their own 15 minutes of fame. Yeah. Like I said, you got people in pop music that say ABCD, ABCD and get famous. You have people that get on YouTube. Remember I told you, you got a lady on YouTube that's famous for eating crab and eating crunchy things. Yeah. A lot of people want to be famous. And God gives you He'll give you that if you want. That's your desire. You know what I'm saying? And
what about the other guy? What about the other guy that's famous for being?
Oh yeah. I got a homeboy from Vegas, and he's one of the meme guys. Yeah. Man, let me tell you, that boy get in every show, because he's the dark skinned guy, and his teeth come out, it's kind of buck tooth. And man, and when I see him, he be like, "That's my boy." He get in spots.
Weaver.
Yeah, the one. Yeah. Weaver. Weasel. Really? Dweezil, whatever. Yeah. Man, he gets in everything. I mean, I'll be in Vegas because he live in Vegas.
Wevin.
Yeah, he gets into everything, man. I'll be at a party and be like, man, what you doing here? Oh, they flew me in, and then people pay to take pictures with them and everything. And I was thinking, Just think, you know, this, you know, any other century, you know, people would just be like, "Ooh, that boy, look how he look," but he actually makes money just showing up and taking pictures with people.
Yeah. But is it now, like I said, you've been around for 30 years, right? Singing?
Yeah.
Plus. So let me ask you this question right here. So you just started back singing, right?
No, I've been singing the whole time.
You have? Okay, so but is it a humbling experience? We talked about that. It's a humbling experience to go from being the top artist to working a 9 to 5. I mean,
oh man, you know, that's the reason why that's why I'm doing this documentary. Two of my boys, I believe, are in prison because it is a humbling experience. People don't understand what it's like for people to like, oh my God, I need your autograph. Oh my God. I mean, the people to actually faint and see you, you be on stage and you touch them and and get that. I mean, at one point we had concerts where people were acting like we were the Beatles at one time, like, cry, screaming and stuff. And then to go from that to be broke and sitting at a McDonald's eating somewhere, and people be like, ain't that you? You know what I'm saying? And you're like, yeah, that's me. And people are like, well, what you doing at McDonald's? Trying to eat. And it's a humbling experience. And it really takes a lot for people to go through something like that. And to have to come down from that. And that's the reason why a lot of artists, they implode, because it's hard for you to go from up here and to come from down here. One thing I always say that always kept me was my grandma said, we all the same. No matter the bum on the street, we all eat, we all shit, and we're gonna die. So when you look at life like that, you're grateful when you get that star moment. Yeah. And you're grateful as well when you have the low moment. Because you like everybody has ups, everybody has downs. And it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. Even Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was up here as a kid. When he got in his teens, they went down a little bit, got back, Thriller, boom, off the wall, went back up. Then people started clowning. He went back down. Before he died, he was back up at a high. Yeah. He had ups and downs. He went bankrupt. He went through money issues, all kind of things he went through. But
did y'all have people that like accountants? Y'all had accountants and stuff, right?
Yeah, we had accountants.
Did y'all trust them? Did they take from y'all?
We had. No, well, like I said, when you were younger, you weren't thinking about all that. You was thinking about partying, having a good time, and getting to your next venue and having fun and living your life. Yeah. You weren't thinking about that.
Yeah. So if there's one thing you can do that you wish you could have done then, what would it be?
Have a real lawyer. Yeah. Like my lawyer. I wish I had my lawyer I have today.
The other lawyer you won school certified?
No, let me tell you. Come to find out, my lawyer was he was a paralegal, found out. He was playing like he was a lawyer. Come to find out he was a paralegal. Wow. He was like, well, it's a good contract, but it ain't the best. But y'all want to be in the industry, so and I was like, okay, well, let's do it. Because you want to be on, and you really and this is what I say. This is the reason why I like the younger people to listen to some of us older folks, because we ain't trying to be like we know everything, but we are trying to help you on the process of what we went through, so you won't have to go through it. But then I've learned sometimes you gotta let people go through what they go through, because that's the only way some people learn.
Yeah. And I think that's sad for them to, not listen to the vets. I ain't talking about a Chevrolet to avoid all the pitfalls that you guys know. I think that's really sad.
But there's an African proverb that said, I can only reach one at a time. I can't reach the whole village. I can only pick one man up at a time. Because if you try to pick up several people, your weight is so less that you're going to fall back into the bucket. Like say you got crabs, you can only really pick up one crab at a time if you're a crab. Because if you try to pick up a couple of them, your weight, their weight is going to push you back into the bucket, and no one's going to be able to get out. Yeah. So sometimes you got to just pick one at a time and let that person and then let that person pick somebody up. Let the other person pick that person up. So that's what we got to do in our community. We got to just start picking one at a time. We can't think that we can get the whole community. That's what our problem has been. We think we can teach the whole community. It ain't gonna work like that. We got to reach one to teach one.
Did y'all have any issues with family members or friends thinking they was entitled to y'all blessings? Did y'all fall out with a lot of folks back then, or what?
I've always been told that I have been the same since I got in the game. I've acted the same. I do know that there are a couple of members who family members did think, because when you go to concerts or you do certain things, they feel, oh, well, I'm with them. They have entourage. I should be able to get in. Sometimes that messes up the artists. People don't understand that. It also messes up sometimes relationships with promoters.
Yeah.
Promoters are out there, they're paying you, but promoters are also, their job is to make money. Their money, and if you make money with them, then they're going to want to bring you back.
Of course.
But if you have 30, 40 people, each person, the promoters look at that like, that's at least 20, 30 ticket sales I could have had.
Yeah.
And we don't sometimes see it that way. We see it as, well, that's my crew. But if your crew really want to support you, the crew will buy a ticket. Yeah. And then you can say, well, I got 30 people, but guess what? They all got VIP tickets, or they all got 20. Even if they only got the $20 tickets, at least they contributed, because then they're contributing to you.
Yeah.
As well. People don't see it like that. I was trying to tell people, when you buy a shirt from me, you buy a CD, I'm a black business. I am a black business person. Life, you a black business person. You sing. That's what you do. You are actually a black business.
Yes.
Kevin, you a black business. People support you, brings them entertainment. People don't see it's a trickle down thing. If you make money, you can pay live to do a show.
Yeah.
If people don't purchase tickets from you, there's no way that will be able to be on any of your shows. Because you're not gonna be able to pay us. And it's not fair for me to bring 20, 30 people to your show and they ain't really paid or put no money in.
Right. The first thing I'm gonna ask them, I'm gonna say, so what? Okay, this the band. So what you play? Okay, you play. Okay, so what y'all 17 playing right here? What y'all said? No, y'all not playing nothing. Okay, how many security you got? 2. Okay, what y'all 12 doing? Oh no. So I asked you. I said, hey, Mr. Artist. So either you gonna pay for them or I'm gonna take it out of your money. So how you want to do this? Because that's ridiculous. That some people say, even with some artists and stuff, they'll say, well, hey, I'm gonna bring so and so people in. I'm like, well, why would you think that's cool for me to allow you to bring 8 people in? Why would you think that's cool? But you want your money. You want your money. Hell, I want my money too. So now, are you promoter centric? Do you agree with? I mean, not agree, but do you negotiate with the promoter? You don't be at odds with them. You try to come up with a sound.
Well, this is what I do. I let Callie do that now for me. I let Callie will say, hey, this is how much it goes for. And if the promoter says, well, I ain't got that much, or can we talk? He'll call me and say, hey, this is what they're dealing with. And, let's do and we look at it. Hey, should we do it? Good look. Come on. We'll do it. We'll do this. We'll do that. I do look at that. I don't, I just need this much. And if you can't do that, then F you. And I'm going about my business because, I might do your show and get other shows. It just depends. People don't understand that. And like I told you, my grandmother used to tell me, if you go to a show and there's one person in the audience, she would say, baby, you need to perform like there's 20,000, because that one person in that show might be a millionaire and might be impressed and say, you know what? I want to invest in you. I want to do something with you.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. You never know who's looking at you.
Exactly. You never know. So do character matter to you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hell yeah. Live will tell you, he knows. I think he know me now. Character means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? If you cool with me, I'm cool with you. If your character's out of line, I ain't gonna lie, I'm guided spiritually. I'm kind of guided spiritually. Yeah. And I listen to that little voice, which is the Holy Spirit. Yeah. And the thing is, when the Holy Spirit tell me to get away, I get away.
Yeah.
I move. I listen,
Yeah.
move. I move. People be like, what you doing that for? Because the Holy Spirit told me to move.
Mm-hmm.
He told me to go. And he
But then,
told me to listen or not to listen or just to,
uh-huh.
do my thing.
But then you write a song based off the Holy Spirit. What song was that? That
Which one?
I don't know. We was talking about something. You said the Holy Spirit told you to do this song.
Oh, you talking about my song Ballad in My Box, Put Your Ballad in My Box.
Yeah, put your ballad in the box. Yeah.
So that's what got me into Southern Soul, basically.
Okay.
I was doing my music, working on some stuff. I'm very critical about my music, so I didn't like a lot of stuff I was working on. And God woke me up one night and said, hey, you need to write a story. You need to write a song about voting. So I called my little bro, my musical director, Stoney Dixon, and my other musical director, Anthony Graham. And Stoney does the bass, Anthony does the keys. So I called him over and said, I got this idea. And it's called Put Your Ballad in My Box. Everybody looked at me, I was crazy. Now today they'll tell you, oh, no, we was with you, dudes. We was with you. No, they wasn't. Everybody, and I said, it's about me telling this girl I want to put my ballot in her box, but we're going to make it about voting. So I wrote it out, did it. I went to the studio. I kind of slept on it. It was like the election was a week away. Mm-hmm. Then God said, I told you to do that now. So I went back to the studio, finished it. Then he said, you need a video. Well, where I messed up at, I made a video on this actual phone I'm talking to you right now. We did the video and I put it on Facebook. I got 15,000 views on it. Mm-hmm. People were like, I love this. But what I should have done is I should have went to YouTube, did it on YouTube, put it on YouTube first, then put it on Facebook. Yeah. When I did that, one of the DJs out here, her name is Tammy Mack. She's from Houston, Texas. She's on KGLH, the station owned by Stevie Wonder. And she said, Deuce, do you have an MP3 of that? I want to let Stevie hear it and see if I can play it on the radio. So she let Stevie hear it. Stevie liked it. And she played it for 3 days before the election. Put Your Ballot in My Box.
Oh, okay.
And Callie heard it. He knew my cousin Candace. And Candace Joseph, she owns the Joseph Consulting Firm, and she does a television station. And she has her own television station out in Houston. Mm-hmm. So it just so happened to be in town. And I went to go see her, and Callie was there. And Callie was like, man, I've been telling her I want to meet you. He said, man, do you know you got a Southern Soul voice? And I said, everybody tells me that. Mm-hmm. And I said, I think I'm going to try to do a couple. And he goes, Ballad in Your Box is the Southern Soul song. And I said, well, yeah, but it's a joking song. He goes, no, I played it at my club the other night, and people were dancing. I said, are you kidding me? So from that, he goes, hey, let's get you a couple songs. Let's get you doing some stuff, because I think these people would like you out here. So he said, trust me. And so I was like, hey, come on, let's do this then. I know I'm in Cali in Houston, but I said, let's roll. Let's try it. And I played Put Your Ballot in My Box. A couple people were like, because people were like, well, what's he doing? And I was like, but like I was trying to tell you, like, I've always done Southern Soul. I mean, if you hear my songs, even when I sing Scoundrel Get Lonely, when I sing all that Southern Soul, No More Love, Southern Soul. Right. When I do I Believe, if you look at some of my YouTube, I've been doing I Believe, God, for 15 years now. Wow. I've been doing Trilo Tenderness for 20. I always liked Trilo Tenderness. I always like that. Love me some Otis Redding. Love me some Otis.
So is it fair to say you 9001?
Yeah. Yes, I'm the 9001 Southern Soul. But Southern Soul singer. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm in that group.
Because last week it was 9,000. Now you 9,001. Let me write that
down. but hopefully I will be considered just an all around, just a singer. Yeah. And I'll be able to bring some of that Southern Soul to look at Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak right now.
Uh-huh. Wow.
They're bringing old R&B back to the pop charts.
It's killing too.
They leave the door open, and now they're doing Confunctions. Yeah. Woo, man.
Mm-hmm. Killing too.
Who would ever think that Confunction song will be a pop hit?
Yeah.
It's number one right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Number one, not on R&B, on the pop chart.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Wow.
So
So let me
don't
ask you a
tell me
question.
what Southern Soul can't do.
Yeah, exactly. All of these artists like you coming over. But let me ask you a question. Do you take your shirt off and twerk on stage and stuff as part of your entertainment?
Well, it looked like if I'm gonna do Southern Soul, I might have to. I'm just joking. I ain't gonna lie. I did a show. I ain't gonna mention their names with a couple gentlemen. I walked in there and he had his shirt off. I said, I gotta do that. Oh, I didn't do that, but I'll look good, do a little something. But I'll be honest with you. You really can't knock them because when I look at some of the old footage that we did, we used to do that. We used to take our shirt, Jodeci. We used to have our tank tops on.
Yeah.
And if it got too hot and the girl we'd take it all off.
Mm-hmm.
That was excitement. The excitement. They're getting heavy and hot and everything.
20-some years old. You was 20-some years old then, though.
Oh man, look! I look better now than I did when I was in my 20s.
You still look the same. They look the same. Look like you aged not a bit.
Man, look. My body's better now.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, my and I ain't gonna lie. Back then, I didn't really want to take my shirt off.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, okay, like I told you guys, I've got less years than more years. Mm-hmm. I ain't tripping.
Yeah. So what? Now, were you married back then?
Oh no.
You were single.
I'm still single. No, I just got one son. I'm still single.
Yeah.
Marriage life is not for me. Me coming home to somebody, having to share some stuff ain't for me at all. No, I give y'all, because you got unless now when I almost got
wife. Look, hey Lamar,
I almost got married twice.
Shirt on yesterday. My wife had my shirt on. Like, what are you doing with my shirt?
Well, yeah, I almost got married twice. I did almost get married, but what happened is that when you live with somebody, you got to respect each other's privacy. And as an artist, I'll be honest with you, live, you know this. We're artists. We're very moody people sometimes. We are. No, because to be an artist, this is what I say. You either sometimes to be an artist, you might be a little bipolar, schizophrenic. We're a different breed. To be able to get in front of people and to say your shit don't stink, and to be able to emote and sing and do what you do, you gotta be a little crazy because most people can't do that. Yeah. Most people can't get on stage and entertain. It's a gift.
Well, you talking tonight, man.
No, I'm saying, but it's a gift. And people, and when you're a creative soul, sometimes you need space. Sometimes when I'm writing, people trip because I can't write in front of a lot of people sometimes. People go, oh God, you can write real fast. But I've already written it or it's in my, but sometimes I have to go and say, you know what? If there are people in my house, I have to go to my car or I'll have to go rent a room somewhere. And people think that's weird. They go, why would you leave your house and go get a hotel room? Because I need that solace. I need that space. I need to be able to yell and scream and say something. I need to be able to write and be creative. And people, and sometimes when you're living with people, a lot of times, and live, sometimes, women don't understand. They think you're crazy. Like, what the hell? But I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to get to the next level.
I want to speak on that because they think, okay, you're not into me or you're not, paying any attention to me, but it's just, okay, it's just, I'm in my creative mode or I'm just thinking. It don't mean that I don't still, thinking about you.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's just the creative mode. That's just when you get into that creative mode. Artists, painters do it. People write poems and just actors, I do a little acting. To get in that acting mode, I tell people when I go to do a commercial or I go to do something, I hate when people, when you're going into do an audition and the people start talking to you. That's to get you off the game. And it pisses me off when people do that because I'm like, I don't want to talk. I just want to sit here. I just want to get into this role they want me to do so I can be the best I can be. When I was toured with LL Cool J, what LL does, which is what I do a little bit now too. LL, he'll be cool with you. He'll talk to you a half hour before his show. Nobody's allowed in his dressing room. I happened to be there when he started the process, And he said, Deuce, this is what I do. And he sits there, he takes his shirt off, he works out, puts a towel over his head, he starts drinking water, he starts spitting at the wall with the water. I was like, what? And he was like, I'm becoming LL. And I said, I got it. So right now, I'm Lamar, but when I get on stage, I become Deuce.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And to me, when you tell people that, they say, "Oh, you schizo."
You're crazy. Yeah,
I'm
no.
not crazy. It's just that I have to be. Is that Deuce is a persona? Deuce is the artist. Lamar is the person. Deuce is the artist. So when I get on stage, I become Deuce. I become that larger than life person.
Right.
And when I get on stage, I become just me.
Yeah. So do you have a favorite over here, male and female, that you watch? I mean, not in no particular order, but somebody you notice before coming over this way?
Because I'm new, I like everybody right now.
Yeah.
I watch everybody. You know, of course, you know, I know my homegirl. I love Dee Dee, the way she performed, Dee Dee Simon. Just the people that I've met some really cool people, and you know, listening to them. They got a new cat out, Deion Harris. I like him. Jinda, Harris, Tupac Chuck. I like looking at artists and seeing what they do, because sometimes, you know, you can see things that they do, say, oh, you know what? I should do that next time. Or let me incorporate that. You know what I'm saying? You know, my good friend, Lady V, I call her. Lady V. I like the way she performs some of the things she does. And I'm like, oh, I can incorporate that. You know, so I don't really have a favorite. I mean, of course you got your favorites. You got, you know, I'm always gonna like Cupid and Sir Charles and who am I thinking of? We were just talking about him. My boy.
Tucker.
Who?
Tucker? You said
no, Tucker cool, but
Pokey.
No, Pokey cool. No, we were just talking about him.
Calvin Richardson.
Calvin, yes.
Yeah.
Calvin's got a voice like no other.
Yeah.
You know, he's got that voice that just, you know, just butter to me when he starts singing. You know what I'm saying? And I like his style. Yeah. I like his style. One thing I like about Calvin ain't worried about nobody. He ain't worried about nobody else. He ain't worried that he ain't trying to, he has his own trend. He has his own look. You know what I'm saying? And he likes that. And you know what I'm saying? And I love that he's when he gets on stage, he's always together. And I do like that. I do like that.
Yeah. So you got anything? You got anything coming up, man? You want the fans to know where you're gonna be at?
I'm sorry, but same day as your show, June 11th, I'm gonna be in Tyler, Texas. Now I'm gonna be with Donnie Ray. Donnie Ray ain't done with a band in a while, and it's gonna be Dee Dee Simon. It's me. It's Tupac Chuck, Jinda Harris. We got Gary Shelton. We got some heavy hitters on here. Alvin King Band. We're gonna have the Zydeco Band on there as well.
Okay.
And what's her name? Yvette Busby. Yvette. I don't know if you heard
yes. That girl.
Yvette. Bad. We doing that with a live. What I love is a live band. And then I'm gonna be in Galveston on the 18th at Club. I think it's called Club 68. Doing the Juneteenth festival out there with Alvin King and a live band. So if I'm not doing nothing, come on out. Come and party. Come and party. Got a couple of other gigs about to happen that I'm about to do as well.
I'm
and if you're in California, come see me Friday at the French Quarters. Look, I'm just plugging French Quarters in Bellflower. I'll be there with my band, Deuces Get Down. And that's what me and Callie are gonna try to do. We're gonna try to bring some of the artists. That place fits about 300. I'm gonna try to bring some of the artists that are out there to California.
Okay. Now you got the same band you had years ago, or is it a new band?
Well, my band, the band that I have, the Deuces Get Down band, I've had them for about 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, about 5 years. Well, I at least have one component of the band that's been there for 5 or 6 years.
Oh, okay.
I've changed drummers sometimes and sometimes bass. My bass player, my musical director moved to Atlanta, Stoney Dixon. So I'm without him. But when I go back there, I use him now.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good. Now you in Cali? What part of Cali are you in?
I'm in LA.
You're in LA.
Yeah, I'm in an area called Athens, right next to Inglewood.
So you think your Warriors gonna take it?
Oh yeah, I think they gave them the game last night because No, because you know, well, no, I know y'all gonna be mad at me out there in Texas, but I believe they did it because y'all just went through that tragedy. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been cool to go, you know, winning 4, and you know, and it happened. Now I believe tomorrow. Yes, I believe. You know, Steph Curry and all them.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'll guard Steph Curry ass right now. I'll guard his ass right now. I'll block every damn shot he throw up.
Yeah.
I'd
Hey,
love to see that.
hey, you see?
Now
Hey,
that's a pay-per-view.
oh
That's
yeah.
some
Hey,
pay-per-view
look,
shit.
you see me? I run Fat Daddy, right? Do you see
No, I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
I race Fat Dad. I'm 52 and Fat Dad ain't but 30, and I beat him in a race. So
Really?
I'll guard Steph Curry ass.
I want to see that.
I
Hey,
guard Mr.
in
Live.
live,
I
y'all
guard
might
Mr.
be
Live
some.
ass
Y'all
too.
might make some money on that. Be
What?
like, y'all
Yeah.
might make some money on it. Do some pay-per-view on that.
Yeah, because
You know?
King South, look, King South told me he want to race me. King South.
Now you know what? I just saw him I just now know who he is.
Yeah,
I didn't know who he
yeah,
was.
he's a good artist. He can sing. Yeah, he's a good artist.
Yeah. I just saw him.
Yeah.
Now he's skinny though. He might be able to run, man.
No, that's okay. Hey, I'm a track star. Anybody want to race me? When you see me somewhere, I'm gonna bring my tennis shoes out.
Ain't nobody racing you, man. He
Live, I'll beat you.
man.
I know I'll beat Live. I know I'll beat Live. But we bet 100 right now. Come to Houston tomorrow and beat you right now.
Hey, can you run live? Can you like?
Put that man in that bad situation, man. Don't put him in that bad situation.
I want somebody she'll beat me. Come on with it. Y'all got any questions? Y'all
What?
Y'all got any questions for Deuce? Who is that? Lamar Brace. Lamar Brace, I'll beat you too. I beat all y'all. I beat every last one. I'm 52 years old. So if you ain't my age, I'm telling you right now, you better be about 15 or 16.
Hey, you might be starting something. It might be, you remember how they had Battle of the Network Stars?
Yeah. You showing your age. You showing your age now.
Better than it. As long as y'all let me get my inhaler before I run, I'm good. Give me my inhaler before I run, I'm good.
No, I got to stretch. I got to stretch for about 10 minutes, then I'll be good to go.
Hey, y'all might be onto something. People might want to tune in and see something like that.
I know I'll be live though. I get live.
Yeah, we ain't gonna care. I don't want to embarrass you like that, man. You be Fat Daddy. The word in that sentence is Fat Daddy. You know what I'm saying? You be Fat Daddy, man. Don't be bragging because you be Fat Daddy.
So let me ask you this: but how bad did he beat him? Really bad, or was it just?
No. I beat him by just a hair. I beat him by arm's length.
Okay, well then he must not be that fat.
Yeah, exactly. He can run. But the thing is, I got 30 years on him. I got 20 years on him. 20 years. Now, if I was 30, I would have really smoked his ass if he was 30 and I was 30.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, Kevin, do you work out? Do you still work out?
Yeah, I work out.
Well, see, that's the difference then.
Yeah, I work out. I got to stay in shape, man. I got to stay in shape. Yeah,
because you don't look your age either.
Thanks, bro. You don't either.
You don't look your age.
You don't look your age.
You look like you've been keeping yourself together. And I ain't gonna lie. When I see, no offense to pale people out here, but when I see white people and they say, 49 or 50, and I look and I go, they really 50? I thought they were 60 or 70.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. When they say black don't crack, they really mean that.
Oh yeah, it's true, man. I mean, we're just unique, man. But I just wish we would think different. Just some of the stuff. I just wish we would think different, man. And
well, the thing is, like we were saying, what I like. One thing I'm gonna say I like about you, ever since you called me and we've been on the phone, you always brought your kids into. You always start. Oh, you know what, Lamar, I gotta go pick up my son, or you talk about your kids and what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you're but you know what your kids are doing.
Yeah.
You're proud of your kids. And to me, it sounds like you encourage your kids. You tell me about the one that was in the stocks and all that. A lot of parents don't invest in their kids like that no more. They don't even know what their kids are doing. They don't know what the kids just come home and they don't even know what they did during the daytime, what's going on. And I just think even though I didn't want to get married, we do need men or father figures for these young men. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I sometimes help out this pastor and I do odd jobs for her and say, people be like, Lamar, you ain't got to do all that. but I do it because I cannot. She gets me to hire people for her.
Yeah.
And these kids see me, and these kids, I'd be like, hey, I can get you $150 today.
Yeah.
What? They don't want to. We tried to get, I'm from the era where my first job, I was a bad one. I was a paper boy.
Paper boy, me too. And I cut yard.
Yeah. And I was gonna say it. Or you walked around. And I didn't even have a gas mower at the time. You remember the kind that used to have a little
yeah, I got one out there.
Like that. I had one of those. And I'd be like, can I cut the yard $5? You know what I'm saying? Trying to make some money like that. But our people have come to the point where we cannot think that we have overcome and we're equal with them in 400. They have a 400-year gap.
Yeah, Donald Trump
of
taught us
money
that.
and investments.
Yeah.
We don't have. So when we thought we made it, I do believe we kind of spoiled our kids a little bit to the point where they don't know what it's like to really get in the dirt and work.
Yeah.
I mean, when my mom bought her first, not her first, but when my mother bought a house and we moved to Sacramento, me and my brother, my mom was like, oh, when the landscape people gonna come? She was like, landscape people? You look at it.
Yeah, that's
I was
right.
like, what are you talking about? We had to learn how to till and put grass seeds in the grass. And we had to learn how to put a fence up. I was like, Mama, this ain't right. Why don't you hire somebody? But my mama didn't have the money to do that. So my mama was like, no, we're gonna learn. And my mama still to this day will go on Facebook now or YouTube and learn things. And we had to do that growing up. We had to go around and we had to make money. We had to get jobs at 15 to 16. We wanted fun. My mama didn't buy, to this day, my mother has never bought me a pair of Jordans. Never. My mama would rather go to the grocery store. And this is embarrassing. I'm embarrassed myself now. My mama would go to the grocery store. I don't know. Did y'all have that down there?
Like the tennis
shoes in the bag.
Shoes used to hang on the street.
Yeah.
Shoes in the bag.
On the shoelace. And they had the white and blue. And they had the little squiggly line on the blue.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, Mama, I can't take this to school. I can't wear this.
Tell me you didn't wear the corner store shoes in the bag, man.
Oh, man. And then my mom would be like, I ain't buying them shoes to tear up. You gonna tear them shoes up at school. And
yeah,
bro. And then when she did buy his dress shoes, she would buy us like penny loafers.
Yeah.
Boat shoes. I'd be like, Mom, nobody want these boat shoes. But she loved that. That was her. That was her thing. And my mom was like, I'm not spending all that. But when you get your money, you buy yourself some Jordans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I got my money. I didn't want to buy no Jordans. I was like, I
if you'd have walked in that high school with them corner store shoes, oh man, you probably had to walk out the building because it's been on, bro.
Oh man! Let me tell you,
you all day,
fight. Oh yeah, you would fight because you would be like, and then what we didn't realize at that time was those kids that did have those, they have nothing to eat at home.
Yeah,
they didn't get to go on trips. I remember when this is. I'm telling my age really now. I remember when McDonald's was a treat.
Yeah.
And you remember when going to McDonald's was a treat.
Yeah.
Your mama said, get in the car. Guess what we do? We go to McDonald's. You're like, oh, this is right. Oh my God, I got McDonald's. We eat McDonald's every day now.
Now these kids now say, I don't want no McDonald's.
But McDonald's but do you remember that?
Yeah.
Going to Burger King, McDonald's, Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
That was a treat. That was like once a week or every 2 weeks. That was a treat that you got.
They Dad, can you cook me a steak? They don't want no damn McDonald's. They want steak. They don't want the McDonald's now. They spoiled now, man.
Let me tell you, I used to think breakfast for dinner was because there was a special day.
Yeah.
Did not know there ain't no food in the refrigerator. Mom trying to make ends meet. So you know what I'm saying? So she did that. So and to this day, I still love breakfast for dinner sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because your body don't know what time it is. Shit.
But sometimes that'd be the best meal. But that's what I'm just saying. Like what I really would love to see, part of the journey that I'm going on. I would love to collaborate with a lot of people, work with some folks, and like you said, bring them to Hollywood. Bring it, or even if it's not in Hollywood, bring that knowing that there's potential and a lot of big money, and bring that Southern soul into, because it doesn't make sense that there's no category at the Grammys or at the American Music Awards, or if you have to lump it into the soul category, fine, R&B, do that.
Yeah.
But you don't see those artists being represented, at the American Music Awards, at the Grammys, at the VMAs or anything like that. And and that they're selling records. I mean, they're getting good money to do shows. You got people coming to their shows. They got fans, so that they will sell digits.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good that you have a platform and you have that reach still on your side, man. Based upon your experience from you still have those people close to you. You can pick up the phone and call. I want to meet Stevie Wonder, man. I'm gonna fly out there and take me to the radio station with Stevie Wonder.
You better hurry up. They tell me he's gonna move to Ghana. So you better hurry up.
Yeah, he moving to Ghana for?
He said he's tired of America.
Yeah. Wow. Damn, Ghana. He going over there because them people ain't gonna worry about him seeing over there.
Well, as long as they see his money, they ain't tripping.
Exactly.
They ain't tripping. That's the new thing. They're offering us to come to Ghana. They're offering us packages to leave America and come to Ghana now to live.
Really? You going over there?
Me? Oh, now I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. I want to go over there and do a concert. Do some music. I want to go and do some music, but I'm coming home. America is not the best place to be in the world, but it's where I'm from, and it's who I am. Yeah, a lot of times we don't understand that even though America's fucked up place, we Americans, whether we like it or not.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been to Bosnia. I've been in them third world countries over there. They ain't got no damn running water, live in mud houses out there and stuff. I've been in those countries right there where them folks love to see us coming and trying to get over here. Hey, they trying to get over here for a reason. We ain't perfect, but shit, I done been in them third world countries that they drinking water out of a ditch and all kind of stuff over there. You know what I'm saying?
I know, and got parasites in the water and shit.
Yeah.
And wondering why they shitting all every day like that because they got the parasites.
Yeah. We really don't, even though we got a lot of fucked up shit here, we really don't, how do you say it? I don't think we don't appreciate America as much as sometimes we should. Yeah.
I lived in Japan for a little bit, and that really taught me a big lesson. I stayed in England, London, and this is what a person in England told me. I was shocked when I got to England and I saw people my color over there, because in the 90s, you didn't see that. You saw nothing but white people, the Queen of England, the palace. But when you go to London, England, or you go to Scotland, there's a lot of people that look like me and you. Because all those workers came from the Caribbean, Africa, and they came over there and they worked. They didn't necessarily weren't slaves, but almost was like slave working because they paid them little bit wages, but it was better than them living on the islands, living in Africa. Right. So the Nigerians came, the people from the Caribbean came. So I one day said, I was at this club and I said, dang, I'm tripping. There's all these black people over here. And this girl who was my complexion said, Lamar, there ain't that many black people over here. And I said, well, I'm looking at you and all these people. And she said, well, I only see like 10 Americans. She said, I'm from Barbados. I'm Barbadian. Your cousin Karam, he's English because he was born. I have a family that lives over there. Your cousin Karam, he's from England. He's English. He's from whatever. And I said, but they black. And he goes, no. He goes, oh, well, that way. He said, but we call you people black because you're the only race that calls yourself colors. Yeah. And I thought about that and I was like,
that's true.
You're right. We are the only country that calls ourselves colors. Yeah. You don't go to Jamaica and see them Japanese and say, oh, you're a Japanese Jamaican. Yeah. They cuss your ass out and say, no, Jamaican, man.
Yeah, exactly.
What you talking about? Born here, my mama here, my daddy here, I'm Jamaican. They don't play that. You can't say, but to me, they look Japanese. Some of them.
Oh yeah,
But they push your ass out. They be like, I'm not. When you and then when I got to Japan, what I learned because of the bombing and Okinawa, you know, they believe the Okinawans ain't really Japanese people because they're so mixed. But they have a whole bunch of people from Peru and Brazil that they come from Japan, but because they're expatriates and they left Japan, they don't even consider them Japanese people.
Yeah.
You know that you've been in the military.
Oh, yeah.
So they call them people. So when I was in Japan I lived in Nagoya, they would say, oh, they're not Japanese. They say, they're not Japonesa. They Brazilian. They're Brazilianos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'd be like, well, how you tell the difference? Oh, we know.
Yeah.
They know.
Mm-hmm.
They know who Korean. And the trippy part is we see the Chinese people and we lump them up and we call them, which they told me don't say Oriental because that's the thing. Yeah. But they used to go, I say, oh, you're Chinese. I'm Japanese. You can't tell? No, we can't. But they can. They can tell who's Korean,
of course,
who's Japanese, who's Filipino. They can tell all that. Who's Vietnamese. They can tell all that.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? But in English, I went to McDonald's one time. That shit was like $28. I'm like, what the hell? Just for damn Big Mac fries and so it's like damn near $28 over there.
Well, that was because that currency.
Yeah, I know.
It flips every now and then.
Yeah, it went to the euro. It went to the euro.
The euro.
It was Dutch marks. When I went back to the euro, I'm like, oh hell no.
Well, Japan was like that too.
Yeah.
But when I lived in Japan, the dollar was doing really well.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I wouldn't have them pay me in yen. I would have them pay me in American dollars.
Yeah, because it was more.
Because I get more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, don't pay me no yen. Give me the American dollars. Yeah. I would do that. And then when the yen would flip, I'd say, pay me in yen. And then I go to the bank and I convert it in American dollars.
We did the same thing. But
I converted like that. And then when I was in Japan, now let me tell you what tripped me out in Japan. Now, you been to Japan, Kevin?
No, my sister was over there. I never been over there.
What about you, Lodge? You been to Japan?
No, I'm not military.
I haven't been out.
No, you ain't gotta be military. Let me tell you, Japan. Let me tell you, Lodge. You go. Well, I don't know about now because a lot of Filipinos are taking our jobs.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, they love R&B, soul music.
I heard.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you be a big star. Only thing is that if you become a big star over there, you ain't coming home. You have to live in Japan. You're not gonna be able to come back to America. You're gonna be a big star. You're gonna be. But what tripped me out, Kevin, when you over there, and you know you here we got supersized meals.
Yeah.
Over there, you know the medium cup is the large cup over there.
Yeah.
And the Big Mac is the biggest meal when I was there. Big Mac was the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you ain't got no quarter pounder? They be like, don't eat quarter pounder. Man, my band. And so when I went with a live band. And everybody in my band was like size 40, 42. We couldn't find no clothes.
Yeah.
We used to have to we'd have to go to Korea, go to the Korean market, buy clothes, and then fly back to Japan because 42 and 42 is a sumo size.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was in Korea too.
Korea? Oh.
I was in Korea, yeah. I mean, you can look. I could take this shirt right here to Korea and say, make me 100 of them, and they'll copy this damn shirt. They copy everything.
Oh man! and because in Japan everything was so expensive. Yeah, it would be cheap just to hop on a flight to Korea. Yeah, and you go to them and you say they tailor it for you everything, and come back got your suits and everything. Yep. Yeah, it's something else, man. But look, I ain't gonna hold you up, man. I've been on here for 2 hours, bro. I appreciate you coming on here, man. And a lot of folks on here said they learned a lot. And I'm pretty sure your phone gonna be ringing. I'm gonna do business with you, because I like him. Plus, like I said, Gangsta Lean is my song, man. That's my song. I played that. We played it at funerals, at clubs when we lost somebody, man. So you know how Lil Rock is. Lil Rock still gang. Well, that's the reason why I don't know if Sai is on here, but I'm trying to get to Lil Rock. Yeah, trying to do some. Even if I gotta just do some, just talk, sing the song, and do some stuff because I know I heard Lil Rock is a little bit off the chain right now. Yeah, I know, bro. I hook you up with Broadway Joe. He's the premier DJ down there. Now I think his cousin is Hope Flood. No, I don't know. The comedian. Yeah, I know Broadway Joe. Hell, he's been there forever when I was in high school. I know Hope Flood, but I don't know if they cousins. But
Yeah.
So live, what you got coming up?
I got June the 5th. I'm gonna be in Bastrop, Louisiana, and then I got that coming up. That's a big show with me, LJ, and Kiko Pryor and Miss Angel. But I got this right here coming up that you probably want to be a part of. So
What is that?
This is the off the record verses, sir. I posted it earlier. It's going to be a competition between the Southern Soul artists. I got some artists that's been calling me today and want to be a part of this. What we doing, man? We just are gonna have some fun, friendly competition, man, with the artists, man. You have it's a 7-song round. You have 5 original songs. You then you can do an acapella version of a original song or a cover, and then you have a round with just a cover song. And each round will be judged, and whoever has the most rounds, they win the pot of money. And the audience is sending let me see the cash app. Is sending the money to a off the record cash app. Actually, they're gonna be you can donate anything you want for that verses. You know what I'm saying? $1, $2, whatever amount you feel like you want to contribute to the verses for the winner of that event. Like I said,
let me ask you a question. Now, are the people sending the cash app for the people they like?
No. You sending, you just, I don't care if you like them or not. It's just, whoever wins those rounds.
Now, who picks it? Now, who's the judges? I'm worried about who the judges.
The people are the judges.
What if I got a fan base and I tell my fans to call in?
But the thing is, the people know if your song hitting or not. You know what I'm saying? They know if your song hitting or not.
I don't know. You know certain people, when it comes to money like that, people be saying, look, I know you might like my song. I need you to call in. I'll give you a couple dollars if y'all call in. And
but you're gonna have the off the record audience, so everybody ain't gonna be biased to one person. You feel me? It can't be. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna have 2 artists that they're gonna be on him that's compatible to one another. You're not gonna have an artist that's way up here and an artist that's down at the bottom going against each other. You're gonna have 2 equal artists going against each other.
And check this out. You notice I'm letting live run it, right? But if it don't look right, I'm gonna step in. I'm gonna make the decision. I'm like,
yeah, because I'm worried about. I'm just wondering, like if I'm just worried, like who's gonna call people call in right now for me? You know,
no, ain't no calling. Ain't no calling.
I'm treating y'all to dinner tomorrow. Call in.
No, it's not a call. It's not a call. It's not a call in. The audience just gonna donate $1, $2, whatever they want to donate to the pot.
Well, how come y'all just don't put a pot together and just say this is the prize? Because the verses, I don't think. I mean, they pay them, I think, to be on it, but they don't pay them to do it, do they?
Yeah, they pay them folks make money. The sponsor pays them.
Well, I mean, but they pay them as like a promoter would pay you to come and do the show.
Yeah.
But they don't win money at the end.
But I'm saying, but this is the Southern Soul version, so we're trying to get somebody. We're trying to get people to know, to be, get the audience involved. You know what I'm saying? Get them involved. Let the contestant compete with their 5 original songs, and also it's going to show. Also, it's a way of showing who got their talent. And then just also it's showing who has confidence in their music. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I see in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see none of the negative in it, but I see the good in it. I
think it's cool, but I'm just saying what makes a person not go, hey, let me call in and make sure I win on this.
Because like I say, one person can't make you win.
No, I ain't talking about one person. I'm talking about calling like 300 fans.
One person can't make you win. If your song, hey, come on, man.
Well, no, think about it. Just like American Idol. Come
on, man. If your song lost that round, and the audience gonna know if your song lost that round. Come on, man. Your ass get up there and do acapella. You mean to tell me you crack and the other man kill it? I'm gonna be like, damn, this person
look,
got all these.
hey. Some cracking is good because sometimes cracking means emotions.
No. If you messed up on your acapella round, you lost that round. Damn, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good.
This is Mr. Live sponsored event, but however, but however, I'm gonna tell you, if it don't look right, I'm gonna make the decision.
I'm messing with you, but I see what you're getting at. I was just wondering, like, can people, if people try to do that, would they do it?
But I think his whole premise is twofold. You got a lot of folks keep saying that promoters not putting them on shows. Okay, so that entails that people not hearing your music, people not knowing you. Okay, fine. So you can come on here and show your talent. Just come on here and show your talent. So if you don't win, you just don't win. But it's going to be fair. I mean, I can guarantee you that's going to be fair because you're not going to tell no 200 people call and say vote for so and so. No, especially when I know your music is not better than this person.
Right.
I come in and say no. But I think it's twofold. I think it's a good thing he's trying to do because, like I said, a lot of times, people try to get on the promoters. I just tell them do your own shows. If you don't agree with what the promoter is saying about his or her platform, do your own shows. You know what I'm saying? Market yourself. Put money in yourself and go out and do your own shows because it is a task putting on the show. It is a task. Like I said, you've been to shows. You've been on the big stages here. Them promoters spend bukus of money to do that.
Man, let me tell you. A lot of artists, and I'm gonna just say this before we go, so artists know this. A lot of artists don't understand that. The promotion, it's about promotion. Promotion. You can be one of the biggest artists, and if they don't promote you, ain't nobody. If no one knows that there's a show, who's gonna come and buy a ticket? So a lot of times promoters, and I understand where Kevin comes from, you got to put money in promotion.
Yeah.
Even when you do booths on Facebook, even on radio, these flyers cost. All of that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And sometimes artists, we don't really see what the promoter has to go through in order to get us out there. We just see our aspect. We don't see the whole total picture. Mm-hmm. So I do understand. I understand that part.
So it can be twofold. Like I said, I mean, it gives them a platform to come on and like I said, these people might not never heard of their music. Let them play their music. Oh, okay, he's saying that, and then they can put a face with that music. So
right. And I like that because it does help artists that don't have the money to go out there and promote. Exactly. They don't have a fan base to say, hey, look what I'm doing and stuff like that. So that is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. So
if you don't win, you still win because you're still on the platform.
Still win
because this platform is shared to 200-300 times throughout. I'm saying the Southern Soul genre anyway. So people are going to see this interview. They might not click on it because a lot of them don't agree with me. They might not, but they watching it. I guarantee they're watching it. They can tell you everything we just said. They're not going to click on here.
Why? Well, let me ask you, why you feel they don't agree with you?
Because my thing is this right here. I'm loyal to me. I'm loyal to my thoughts. So you can't tell me who to talk to, who to put on shows. You can't tell me that. You can probably tell another promoter that. I'm independent. You can't tell me that because I'd rather have a relationship with someone because relationship lasts longer than money. So again, if you ask me a question, can I ask you a question? I said, if by me saying no, is that going to affect our friendship? Because I'm not going to always say yes. Because it's artists send me this stuff all the time. Can we think about the song? So I don't like it. Man, you can't say that. Well, don't ask me. Don't ask me. I don't like that song. But I let my wife listen to it. My wife like it, but I don't like it. So people get offended. When I talk about, and hell, you're a professional artist. When I talk about professional conduct, dress code, appearance, character. See, they don't want to hear that. All they want to do is just get on the stage and get money. But that matters to me. That's the culture I come from. And as a promoter, I reserve the right to book you on a show. It's my money. So, but a lot of them will say, well, you book the same people, but it's a business. Hell, you're a professional artist. It's a business. I don't do free shows. If you come and I get 5 hours to do a free show, I'll put everybody on a platform, but it's not free. So that's part of the understand. And I think that's a selfishness that's within a lot of them because all they want to do is just take your money. They don't understand, give back to the fans sometime. If you really want to market yourself, come and say, hey, Kevin, let's put on a free show in your area and let's just give the fans something, it'd be twofold. You give them something, plus I can market myself, I can get on stage. They don't think about that. I tell them, I get you a room if that's what you want to do. I get you a room, but that's marketing yourself that I'm actually going to pay for. They don't understand that. They only understand just one track. I come there, pay me, and I'm out of there. And I just don't agree with that because I got a relationship with my customers. I got people's credit cards in my phone since I've been a promoter since 2017. They call me, hey Kevin, I'm going to go to that show. You still got my credit card? Give me a table. Give me 2 tables. They trust me because they know I'm not going to take from them. I don't have to steal from them. But like I said, with them, I try to formulate a relationship, with them to let them understand where I come from, my mindset. It's about business. Now, I'll help you, but if your character stinks, then you can't talk to me. You can't be on my platform. You can't come here with all that nonsense because I'm around professional people and I conduct myself as a professional from day one. And I tell them, once you start off professional, you got to end up professional. Once you start off a clown, you're going to end up a clown. So just why not start off professional where people know where you're coming from? Won't be what the conversation won't contain no ambiguity, no misinterpretations, none of that. It's just straight up. Hey, I need you here this time, sound check at this time. A lot of them think they can tell me, Lamar. I said sound check at 4, I ain't gonna be there at 6. I'm like, who you talking to? I said sound check is at 4. What are you talking about? You can be at the 6. Stay where you at. This business. You're not gonna tell your damn boss if you tell you come in at 5. I'm not gonna come to 5 or 6:30. No, it just don't work like that. So I just think that we come on here and like I said, we provide a platform where y'all fans can actually hear you. They can hear the intimate side of you. They know your music, but this is an older crowd now. And it's a turnoff. Like I tell a lot of these artists out here, it's a turnoff for you to go on Facebook, be talking crazy, nigga this and nigga that and all that. People don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. Mature people don't want to hear that. We're way past that stage. Just keep it professional. Let it be about your music, and that's it. If I disagree with you, people never know it on Facebook, and I'm not gonna put it on Facebook. I'm not gonna put nothing on Facebook. It'll be me and you on the phone. Now, I disagree with that, but we still can move forward and still be friends. A lot of folks get upset because they want you to agree with them, and that's not me. So that's why I say, they don't watch it because they don't agree with what I say. Because they'll say, well, Kevin's saying something to discredit this. No, I just tell you the truth. In the Black community, the truth hurts. It hurts. Bring your ass to the show on time, dress right, and all of that stuff. Take pictures with the people and stuff like that. Because you're not a Michael Jackson or Prince. And
what is that all about?
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I was kind of shocked. Yeah. When I was at Scott Banks' birthday party, and even at Mike, and at Mike Jackson when I did his show. Some of the people kind of freaked out on me when they said, do you mind if we take a picture with you? And I was like, yeah, come on. Mm-hmm. And they freaked out and go, oh my God, you let me take a picture. And I go, well, why wouldn't I? You're a fan. You're telling me you like me. You like what I do. I'm saying, of course, I'm going to let you take a picture, what I'm saying, with me. Mm-hmm. And this girl told me when I was at Scott Banks, she says, a lot of the artists don't allow you to take pictures with them. And I said, well, that because maybe they're doing a VIP. I said, well, maybe I can understand. You have a VIP pass, those people with VIP. She goes, no, they just won't let you. And I don't get. I don't understand that one.
Yeah. Now if you Prince or Michael Jackson, they don't want nobody touching them. Okay, I got that. But this is the chitlin circuit. Everybody's like upfront and personal clothes.
But even on that aspect, I don't know. Maybe I come from something different.
Yeah,
I have to admit, even though Hammer was big time, Hammer never. If we were one time, we were in Vegas with Hammer, and we went shopping, and Hammer, we couldn't wait for the car, so Hammer had a car. He go, come on, let's jump in, and we went to the store. Yeah. We went and bought some shoes. While we're driving, I remember, I forget what it was, but somebody said, "Oh, I want to take a picture of this." Hammer stopped the car, and we got out, and we were taking a picture, and the group said, "Oh my God, that's DRS. Oh my God, can I take a picture?" Mm-hmm. And then Hammer got out the car and they went, "Oh my God, it's MC Hammer." And the people, even though we should have had security, they be like, "Can I take a picture? Can I take a picture?" Hammer was like, "Yeah, come on, let's do this."
Yeah.
And we stood there, I ain't gonna lie, for about almost an hour taking pictures. We had to tell people, look, we got a show tonight, we gotta go. Mm-hmm. But I just never understood, like, what was the, I understand if you're at a concert and you have a VIP pass, and like some of the concerts, they have when you have the VIP pass, you get to take a picture at the end of the night with the artist. And I understand the artist saying, I can't take a picture because I'm under contract to do this. But if you're at an event If somebody want to take a picture, I don't know what the unless you're in a bad compromising position or something. I can see that, but I don't see what the problem is taking a picture with.
I was standing. I can tell you this right here, and I can say just like them say. I was standing right there in Mississippi. Well, they had J Morris Group, Tucker. They had some local people.
Oh no, let me close my door. The ghetto bird is I don't know if y'all hear it.
You got the ghetto bird flying over. Police helicopter.
Seriously, that means somebody. That means the police. You don't hear the sirens in a minute. That means the police chasing somebody.
But the thing is this right here, and this is what I don't like in Southern Soul. When people say something about when other artists say stuff about other artists, then people deem it to be true. So when people say, and like I said, this is recently, I heard somebody say, Tucker don't take no pictures with people. I'm telling you right now, I was standing right there in Mississippi, right there in Starkville, Mississippi, where this man got off the stage. He had a line of people standing there, So Tucker was in the truck. I was talking to him in the truck. He had a damn sheriff standing right there, wouldn't let nobody touch the door. The sheriff was standing right there. It was just so many, about 2,000 people out, maybe 2,500. So, and that's my wife's hometown. So all the people that was in line, they was like, hey, we need to take pictures with Tucker. It was probably about 30 people. I knocked on that one, told the sheriff, excuse me, knocked on one. I said, hey, man, get out of the truck for a second. He said, well, what's up? I said, these people want to take pictures. He said, okay, cool. He's okay, cool. And stood there and took a picture with all those folks. But I just heard it last week. They said, Tucker don't take no picture with people. People just be saying stuff, man. It just depends on who it is and what the situation is, But a lot of times, these people be double booked. They be double booked. They got to get from one show to the next show. They do be double booked a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I understand that. So, but I have seen too at shows where people just don't want to take pictures with people that's paying them, that's paying customers. I don't understand that. Hey, look, I go to show. My wife get mad at me. People like, hey, Kevin. I'm like, hey, they be like, we watch Off the Record. Can we get a picture? I'm like, okay. So my wife, she said that. They said, well, can I get a picture? And my wife be like, look, now I ain't gonna stand up and be taking pictures all day. That's her. See, look, she be mad at me because I got some fans. She mad at me. Look, she was looking at me in live crazy when me and live had some fans in Houston. She be looking crazy too. But I don't mind that, especially, and like I said, I got people that follow me, because I think they follow me because, just by talking to a person, I can tell if a person's honest. I can tell that. And I guess they deem me as an honest person. I'm just an honest broker. I don't take sides. I take sides with the right side, with my kids or anything. My wife, when she get into it, them girls, whatever, I say, you know what? Okay, let's hear this. Okay, you wrong. That's just my culture. So, and I understand what you're saying too. You got to take pictures, man. And you're a damn multi-platinum artist. I mean, damn, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But we got to push forward. We got to push because you got some great artists over here, man. You really do. You got some good promoters, DJs, artists over here. You got great fans over here. I think a lot of fans get too involved, because a lot of y'all are too affable. Y'all too approachable to them because they're Southern Soul chilling circuit. But I think that's a good thing. But I think you have to set the example even in the face of stupidity too. You have to set the example. You have to set yourself aside. You have to put your grown man hat on and say, should I say this or should I post this? Because you can lose fans behind that stuff. So, but I'm glad, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm really honored. You just don't know. I'm really honored. When I told my brother I was interviewing you, he said, hold on, that's the nigga that's saying Gangsta Lean, ain't
You know what I like about being out doing this stuff?
Yeah.
When I was in the middle of me singing Gangsta Lean when I was in Scott Banks. And even when I did Mike Jackson show, the girl walks up to me and she said, "You really did the cover. You did that cover song really well." And I said, "What are you talking about, the Teddy Pendergrass?" She said, "No, Gangsta Lean." I said, "Oh no, that was me, baby." She goes, No, I mean, no, I know you sang it, but I mean, like you say, you sound just like the guy that sings the song." And I said, well, that was me. She said, "That's you? Oh my God, that's you. Yeah, that is you." And it was just so funny, when they come back and they go, "That's really you." And so I like that. I like when they do that. Or when they, live. Tell them what happened in Houston when I started singing Gangsta Lean at Taylor's. Do you remember that?
I remember you singing with
But remember when I was singing Gangsta Lean, the girl went, "Ah!" when she was
yeah.
in the middle of me singing. She said,
in the middle. Yeah.
Somebody said, "Can they hear it?"
I knew. She goes,
Yeah.
"Ah,
So did. Yeah.
what's up?"
Yeah.
I was in the middle of singing this song, and the girl realized, because I went out there and talked to them before.
Yeah.
And I just said, hey, when I get up there, make sure y'all don't boo me. Make sure y'all give me
Right.
some love and out there. So I didn't tell her it was me.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
when I thanked the audience and said, look, I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for making this a 5 million seller for us and blah, blah, blah. And if you know the song, sing it with me. And when I started doing it, the lady, she went, oh, I know that was I know that.
Have you heard his live song, Turn That Dick Loose?
No. I heard about it. Y'all talked about it. Well, when Dee now I watched y'all when Dee was on here, and Dee was saying something about it, but you didn't play it and you didn't see it live.
The baddest song on the ride right now.
But you didn't sing it for it. Remember, Dee said, "Sing it for me."
Yeah, yeah.
Nah.
I think he did though. I think he sung something though.
I did sing it. I did sing it that night.
Yeah, he eventually
did you sing it?
Yeah, he got unscared and sung it.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that.
I was never scared. I'm never scared, man. No.
Well,
they love that song, man.
I got a song called "Ain't That a Bitch."
Yeah. Is your music out on all platforms?
No, I don't have it out yet.
Okay.
But it will be. It's going to be on all platforms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just got to make sure everything's since I'm old school, I just got to make sure everything's copyrighted, make sure everybody's in agreement with us going forward and stuff like that.
But that ballot box is on there, right?
Yeah, put your ballot on my box.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey man, I appreciate you coming.
And when y'all hear "Ain't That a Bitch," it's not a Southern soul, but it's a funny song, and y'all gonna like. I got DJ. When y'all hear DJ Khaled on it, y'all gonna die laughing.
Hey, so when your next video? I won't be in your next video, man. I'm gonna come out to Cali.
Hey, well, I got this song called "Just Like That." They're remixing it for me, and look like we're gonna do, God willing, look like we got somebody that want to do the video. So if you're willing, I think we're gonna do it in New Orleans.
Okay.
So if y'all want to come to New Orleans and have a good time and party, come on.
Just let me know, man. Let me know.
I definitely will.
So you was born around the time I was born. You know what this means, right? Good night, everybody. See y'all next week.
Peace out.
What up, Hester?